All right, folks and jokes, welcome to the Bacchanal Podcast. I'm your host, Akil, joined with...
You're supposed to clap first, nigga.
Where the clap at?
You didn't do the clap out. We done discussed this.
Yeah.
It's all good. Just keep going.
I'm going to keep
going.
going.
The Bacchanal Podcast, baby.
Yes.
We here, man. What's good, everybody? It's K to the C.
Damn it.
All right, now start the intro. We got this. Go ahead, Akil. You got it. Unless you want me to do it real quick.
Do it, Casey. I feel you. I like your energy.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bacchanal Podcast, a fusion of hip-hop, video games, comics, movies, and nerd culture all rolled up into one spectacular show. Join me in the screw-faced capital, beautiful T.O. and our host, reigning from the underrated state,
North Carolina.
Akil.
Raise up.
What?
We got, adding our Trinidadian Canadian spin on this thing, man. We having some fun today. We got some special guests in the building. Some real special guests. We're doing a collab. This is Death Row, Bad Boy coming together. This is Wu-Tang and Boot Camp coming together, man. So this is.
Well, hold on. We outcast, nigga. We outcast. We're not the Boot Camp clique.
This is No Limit. And
Marcus is
Money
Silk
coming together. You know what I mean?
You call Marcus Silk, you're not gonna disrespect my boy like that. You call Marcus Silk the Shocker?
I'm definitely C Murder, nigga.
See murder?
Nah, you mystical, man.
Yeah,
that passion.
No, Marcus is definitely fucked them other niggas. Yeah. Hey, man, it's good to be here with y'all. We over here with the Bacchanal boys. We are the Illegal Opinions, the last place for real talk, where they listen with an open mind or leave mad. The choice is theirs. Usually they leave mad, and we fine with that. But yeah, we collabing with the underrated North Carolina. I didn't know y'all was rated. I was born there, so I could talk about y'all.
That's an underrated state, baby.
Yeah.
Hey,
why?
They don't get its
You
props.
got the
That's
beach,
why.
you got the mountains.
They don't get its props.
He said
the
we got the
city?
beach.
We got the beach, we got Carolina Beach,
Y'all got
the
great
mountains,
food.
got
Y'all
great
Right.
food.
underrated. It's underrated.
And if you trans, you can't go to the bathroom in that state anywhere.
Now you gotta hold your piss, man.
You gotta hold your piss till you get to South Carolina.
I got Bojangles. Can't forget
I was
Bojangles.
He just said we got the beach. Like me living from Virginia Beach to come down south to go to the beach, didn't drive straight through North Carolina to go to South Carolina to murder.
Right.
Like stop there.
Myrtle ain't the same, man.
Nobody says, hey, let's go to North Carolina.
Hey, Black Bike, we was like, nah, we good right here. We gonna stop right here.
We cool.
That
We'll
shit is
save our
not for
gas.
me, man. I went to that shit.
Black Bike Week.
Yeah, I have the biggest BBWs on the tiniest bikes, and them wheels just be struggling and shaking.
Oh, okay, I got you. So we here. Everybody, the whole gang is here. Glad we all can make it.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead and spit your bars, Casey. You keep bouncing back and forth like you about to go
He does
in.
that, man. It's that
You
energy,
guys are
man.
comedians, and I'm the only one standing up here. This is what the energy is, man. So what's
I
up?
feel
What
you.
are we talking about today, man?
Are you standing up literally?
Yeah, I
Yes.
got a chair, but I'd rather stand. It's better.
Oh man, you like
guys
one
are
of them
too
office
chill
workers
right
that got that treadmill in the office.
Nah,
Yeah,
that
man,
got
you
that
gotta
standing
chill.
desk in the
That thing
office.
that-
We got to
The
give
desk
people that
stand up.
energy. You know what I mean? We're here to give people the energy. They negative shit all happening in the world. They
No, I
want to walk
feel
in
you.
this room with a podcast and feel that.
Hold
there's
on,
some
man. Hold
positive
on,
energy,
man.
So that's what we're trying to do.
You're
in this
right. You're right.
conversation.
But you live in Canada, dog. There ain't no negative energy up there. Y'all up
I
there
know.
chilling.
Y'all kicking it
There's a
all
lot. There's
day.
a lot here. This
Yeah,
is a
isn't it
finesse,
in
this
Toronto?
is a finesse spot. You got finesse in if that's what you believe. We got you because it ain't like that at all.
Ain't like that at all.
No.
Hey, I tell you what. I'm like, God damn, they fucking prime minister. That's one attractive motherfucker. Like,
He knows how to talk. He's
Could
doing
you imagine-
what politicians do. He's a professional acting teacher. He knows what he's doing, bro.
could you imagine if he was single?
Shit, he's still out here slinging dick, bro.
I'm not saying it.
Like, come
Trudeau.
on now.
Trudeau, we good.
Trudeau.
We good, bro.
Say
Hit him
we
with
good.
that
Dude.
French.
I ain't saying it.
That je ne sais quoi. He hitting them with.
Like this KC cat snitching. I got a
I
question.
ain't say
matter of
nothing.
fact. Like, all right, so when we had Akil over on the Legal Opinions with us, and I was like, okay, so are y'all blood brothers?
Cousins.
We're cousins. Yeah.
Y'all are cousins. Okay,
Yeah.
so I had a theory. Casey was like, he's like, yeah, that's my cousin. He up there in Canada, and he's still all the way down in North Carolina. So back in the day, and I'm talking about 400 or 500 years ago, did his family get caught? And y'all
kept running.
Yeah.
Akil's family's like, grab my hand. And we're like, nah, you good,
Nah,
son. Hit the boot.
Yeah, you know, I mean, y'all should probably, what if the Ancestry.com come back and
we're all from
out,
Trinidad.
like,
we're all from Trinidad. We all came and
okay.
moved to Ottawa, Edmonton, all over Canada. But we
now,
all
why though? How does
spot.
that happen? How does that happen? You like y'all are down Trinidad, like you know where we should go? The coldest place in North America.
Yo, I asked
pretty much. We had an aunt that was settled there.
I was 14. I was like, because we got enough family in New York, all over the states. We got a lot of family all over the place, Washington, all over Maryland. You know, so.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find out like your great grandfather like tripped his homeboy.
Exactly.
He was running and he was like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, the dogs got him. They were
like, yo, hold that right there. Yo, they're coming. Well, when he looks, close the door.
he made that noise like when you get tripped in Mortal Kombat. Whoop.
Toasty.
And that's all she wrote. He's like, "Hey man, we made it to Canada. Where y'all at, bro?" Like, you know, you tripped me like right around North Carolina, right?
Man, every winter.
Don't you get paid to live in Canada in certain provinces? KC?
Nah.
Couple areas like Calgary?
Nah, not no more. That's some 80s stuff, man.
Well, that's when
Calgary,
our family came.
No jobs. They used to have the oil sands there where it's basically kind of like the Texas with the oil and all that type of stuff, and they cut all that off. So now there's not very much jobs there, man. It's like middle America up there in Calgary. It's struggle.
Oh, shit, they wait for the Trump.
He was the one with black people up there. He was one with black people up there. So these niggas lying.
If you don't want us to know like that,
I'm reading it online.
Hey, you see how he started? Right? He's like, man, this shit sucks, man. Don't come up here. We don't get nothing.
I tell you,
don't believe the hype, man.
Too. Like, don't come over
here. Your dollar's
man.
good up here, though. Your dollar's good. Bring your money.
Oh, see? Bring money. Yeah.
Case on the last podcast, I was telling them about Canadian strip clubs and how you can't walk in there with no ones because we don't have a dollar bill. So what currency do you recommend they bring in there? Like $5, $20 at a time?
I heard that podcast. I heard what you were saying. But what we went to that time, allegedly was, just a regular smegular spot. So that was like but it has the real banging spots where they actually have American dollars. You give Canadian cash, you debit it up, and they give you the dollar bills so people pop off and have a good time, like in the States, like they're trying to mimic the South. You know what I mean? But
I'll throw a shilling on a booty, just a bing.
Exactly, flick a toonie at them.
Yeah,
but yeah, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. So
you gotta negotiate with that $20. That's what I had to do.
Well, to see what you're gonna get before you.
Did you?
Allegedly. Shit.
Snitching on himself now.
Hey, don't die for it. Don't die for the pod. Don't do that.
I will not.
All right, so it's the Bacchanal, right? So where y'all want to start at? What you want to get into?
Yeah, man. Akil, what do you want to start with? How you feeling?
How y'all feeling? Y'all want to jump into
Let's get Joe Budden.
The boys or Joe Budden?
Let's do Joe Budden, man.
Let's do Joe.
Pumping it up off top, huh? Okay. What you got on Joe?
So these whole dog allegations of him banging a dog. What do you guys think of this whole thing? I know you guys seen this online, the viewers, the listeners. It's very interesting that as soon as he finishes his contract, people are saying he got fired or he left. He finished his contract and he didn't want to renew it. There's a big difference between the two. That all this stuff is happening though. So I just want to hear what you guys' thoughts are on this whole thing with Joe Budden, Charlemagne, Spotify.
Don't dog breeders like beat their dog's dick or something like that too? I'm not a dog breeder. I don't know. Like those dudes that always have pit bulls in their house. I don't know.
They do. I don't think they refer to it as I'm gonna go beat my dog off, but there's probably a medical term for breeding the dog in that.
The shit looks the same probably.
Yeah. But what you think about it, Akil? You seem like your forehead starts shining when you got an opinion. So
my forehead always be shining. Here glistening.
You ain't got no powder.
They're smart. They put hats on. They put the hats on so they can hide it all. It's like this is like Meth Bleak and
Sons of bitches.
LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta have more hats than both them two combined. So Neo in here, Neo in the house. So.
I don't know. The whole Joe thing, it seems convenient. All these allegations with him and Sin Santana, and then the whole dog beating, all this leaked audio from a quote-unquote friend of his. So it just seems like a smear campaign to me.
It's one of my greatest fears.
See, you baited me there because I just knew you was going to be like, he beating up dogs. And I was like, I'm about to fry Akil. Boy, man, I couldn't wait to mash on you. You just ruined my day. I was planning on fucking with you.
This guy went to bed like, can't wait to fuck.
I was like, man, tomorrow.
Yeah, my opinion is, you want to go ahead? You go ahead.
No. All right, yeah, like that's what I was hoping you was gonna get at, because we do entertainment. That's what this is. So for somebody to pull 30 seconds off of a podcast and go, this is this man's whole shit now, is retarded if you listen to podcasts. Like, I listen to Joe's podcast, and I listen to several other ones. I listened to one of Charlemagne's, where he was all accusing him of, oh man, I can't believe he over there doing this shit. Charlemagne got a whole segment on his book talking about how he let a dog lick his balls and he didn't stop him. Yeah. But at the time, it was like, well, hopefully they don't dig that up. And I'm like, if you're in the same lane, how you gonna shit on somebody doing what you're doing when you do the same type of stuff where you just be talking? Remember they had that whole conversation about catching your doo-doo before it fall in the toilet on one episode?
Yeah.
And it was like, why would you even be talking about this? But it was the most entertaining shit I had heard that day for about an hour. I don't believe any of it. Maybe it is true, but whether or not it is or is or isn't, we all just doing entertainment. Yeah, you stop a deal, white people can't get your money. Now all of a sudden you a dog fucker. They're not gonna stop Joe from doing shit.
It's almost like somebody recording a conversation you're having with a friend of yours. Now, you and your friend might have some sensitive jokes you guys exchange back and forth, right? But you and your friend know that they're jokes. But the person that's sitting next to you guys at the bar might not know that you guys are joking. They don't know either one of you. They don't know the relationship. They don't know the fucking context. So when you take something, we talked about that on the podcast we just did. When you take a small snippet, a little quick 30 seconds out of a conversation, you're not getting everything that happened before that or after that. Not only that, but you're putting it out to people that don't fucking know me.
Yeah,
exactly. Context.
So now you're giving these people an impression of me. There could be something, for instance, back when I was in college, all my friends were in college. We were doing what black people do when you're in college. We were fucking getting drunk and freestyling on camera, right?
All right.
I was in the military at the time, so I was visiting them, and I used to wear my dog tags everywhere. Like everybody has been in the military. When you first get your dog tags, you wear them motherfuckers everywhere. So in the rap, I said something like, "Don't let the dog tags fool you." That's still a joke to this day. Like my friends it still comes up in jokes. But if you hear that, you're like, what the fuck? That's just not funny. Like, why the fuck are y'all laughing at that? There's a story behind it. So when you're putting out something like that to disparage somebody else's character, it's more, maybe Charlemagne did it because he's starting his own network now. He knows Joe's out there trying to get a big deal now, or maybe his own network now. And so to throw some dirt over there and to dilute what he's doing, let me just say this over here on my two platforms.
Facts. Yeah. It's smear campaign season right now with politics.
Well, all of it's corny though.
Yeah.
All of it is hella corny, especially for two people like them that are like on and not in each other's way.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be doing nothing but helping each other get where they're trying to be at. But
they are behind the scenes.
Instead, to me, Joe is being the bigger man right now. If you listen to all of it and see what he's saying versus what the other camps are saying, he's handling this shit way better than I think we would at this point. Like, it's just real ridiculous. I can't imagine not responding to it to an extent.
And if you're a listener of the podcast, the Joe Budden podcast, you know that episode where the dog, Rory brought his dog and the dog kept going on Joe. And Joe was like trying to fuck with Rory saying, yo, you ever mess with your dog? Like to get him off of him. You know what I mean? So it was a joke that they built there and they were just joking around. And it built up from him always having the dog running on Joe. So that's where that comes from. I think Charlemagne and him are in competition, but it's a very interesting thing. And as creators and podcasters, YouTubers, all of us, I think we should watch both of these sides of this thing and learn from it. This is like someone can make a good little book or video out of.
I mean, this is going to be a masterclass.
Yeah, because like what they're going through is things that hopefully we're going to have those problems, you know, like having to sign these different partnerships or contracts, you know, so these are good things to be seeing them go through for us, you know, so it's very interesting because Joe Budden seems like he doesn't have nowhere else to go, but you got to remember Leo Corwin was a good friend of his and he was at Def Jam at the same time before he left, and Leo Corwin left and then he had drama at Def Jam. Leo Corwin is now at YouTube, running YouTube. So Joe Budden has a very good relationship with the dude who's running YouTube right now. Charlemagne does not. So it is a very interesting thing that we're going to see. And Joe can make a good deal with YouTube. That's a very powerful place to be.
It's chess.
Well, I mean, it's Apple. Yeah. I mean, because now Apple is apparently throwing away money, especially as of recently with their new tech packages or whatever that with the devices you have attached to, their brand.
Yeah.
So Apple's just throwing away money. I'm sure when they left Apple, because I remember when the show left Apple, or when they left all platforms and were exclusive to Spotify, I would still go to Apple because it was always like a 15-minute little snippet there or a 5-minute snippet there.
Yeah.
And it would say, hey, Joe Budden Podcast, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. We're not over here no more, motherfucker. We at Spotify.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Apple has seen how they moved and the money that they made for Spotify. So I'm sure Apple's probably, not going to make that same mistake twice if they have the opportunity to move forward with a deal with them. I'm sure they're getting a lot of phone calls.
Did Joe respond to this when he did that hour-long session on YouTube? Because I know that Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz talked about it on Brilliant Idiots.
He got in Joe ass. He got in Charlemagne ass again on the one that I just heard. And it was more beautiful than the last one.
Much more.
I thoroughly enjoyed the second ass chewing of Charlemagne the God. It was
because there was more fire. It was more fire because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you guys all excited.
Go ahead.
I didn't want to get the Trinidadians all excited when I say more fire. But it was like Charlemagne poured some more gas on the fire by continuing to talk about it. And if you follow Joe Budden, I followed Joe Budden his whole career. It doesn't take a lot to get him to a point where he's going to start talking. He's not going to stop talking until he can relax his body.
You know what I loved about the second one? It was making Rory uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And for y'all that don't listen to Joe, that's somebody else on his pod. And Buddy was just like, come on, Joe. Like, stop talking about it, man. Like,
yeah. When he was like, don't let me go to South Carolina and find that girl. Don't let me go. Don't let me take one trip to South Carolina.
It was great.
Like, we know who she is.
It trips me out because when I think about what we're trying to build over the legal opinions and what y'all are trying to build, and we got our own lane, but there's no reason for us to beef per se. But the way that this game is kind of created, you got to kind of look at everybody like, I wonder if they're trying to get a piece of what I'm doing until you see what their intentions are. I remember when I met Akil, and he was like, oh, yeah, we got a pod too. And I was kind of like, okay, but it was an odd thing to say. But I was thinking about it wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it was and simple and plain. I'm in the wrong headspace for the conversation we're trying to have when everybody can build. Y'all have a completely different John. I remember when we was doing the pre-roll, and Akil was like, "So what we talking about with bitches?" Like, I'm like, "Really? That's what you think of us? We gonna talk about how much RAM is in the PlayStation, huh, nigga?" Like, and it was a fun thing because we talk about two different things when we get in the lanes.
Yeah,
I see a lot of these younger pods going at each other on my page because they all comics, and comedy is full of ego, and they always look at me and be like, "How do you stay out of that?" Like, because I don't live in LA. Fuck y'all. So you don't have to do that part of the game. So for them to be at the level they're at and to want to go on the Breakfast Club and be like, I'm going to talk about Joe Budden, and now we got to respond. It really, at some point, is all just good publicity.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I know we're going to start talking about the boys later, but the most brilliant line I heard from that was, and I'm not going to say who or nothing like that, you don't need 30 million people to love you. You need 5 million people pissed. I love that line because that's literally what's happening in politics now. It's like, all right, everybody don't have to love me, but 5 million people are mad. They're going to talk louder than 30 million people that are content.
Yeah, exactly.
So the person that ain't never listened to Joe's podcast before, that just got some alert talking about him fucking a dog, might listen to Joe's podcast now to see what's going on over there because people like bad news.
I'm telling you, Charlemagne and Joe Budden had a couple conversations on the phone, and they're like, yo, I don't agree with everything you're doing. You don't agree with everything I'm doing. But if we make this kind of public, people will keep gravitating towards the negative shit and looking at our actual content.
It might be wrestling.
Just
like what was it?
Just a little wrestling. That's all.
Wrestling. Just like with T.I. and 50 having this beef, and now they're in business together.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like what it's kind of don't believe don't believe any of what you see, and or
half
don't believe
of what you hear, something like that.
Yeah, shit like that. Half of what you hear and even less of what you see. So it's just like one of those things where they out here going on IG, making these little videos back and forth, little jabs that are like, 3 or 4 minutes long, and then they're having hour-long conversations on the phone on the back end. Like, hey, you see how many fucking people watch that shit? Exactly. We got these motherfuckers.
And now what Joe is fighting for is algorithms, man, because they're not showing us the numbers. Even though we're creating these things, they don't give us the accurate numbers, like to when people came off or where people exactly are. SoundCloud has started doing it finally. YouTube does it a little bit, but they don't do it as sharply as I think they could do it. But these Spotify's, these DSPs, the Apple Music and all that, they don't give them nothing. So Joe was like, yo, I'll take $1 million. That's it. You guys give me the numbers and show me how you guys are getting these numbers together, how an artist, what the dollar is worth of an actual song. And I'm good. That education is what he wanted from Spotify. And he didn't get that.
So many creators have to rely on Patreons now.
Yeah.
To these algorithms not, supporting them like they should.
You got to make your own algorithm. Like you got to go ahead and build your own lane until one of these companies is willing to help you with your lane versus we didn't do anything for it. Give us a piece of it. Exactly. And we'll give you a watch at the end of the year.
A used watch.
A used watch, right? But sounds like we're all on the same page with that, man.
Yeah, you guys are out in LA, right? In California?
I am. I'm out.
What the hell is going on?
I'm about an hour and a half outside of
Mad Max. It looks like
out
Mad Max out there, man.
Yeah, Marcus was just out here, man. I know y'all saw the live we did. And I told him magically when he was out here, there was no smoke in the sky. He might be storm or some shit. But he got back.
I got back home, and there was hurricanes.
So
what's the atmosphere like for a comedian out there right now? Because I see that the whole Joe Rogan team of comedians, if they haven't fallen from a scandal, they're moving out to like Jersey or he's going to Texas.
Yeah,
a lot of people I heard are leaving LA, that whole bubble, and moving different places in the States now. So is LA dying?
What they're doing is a lot of the places, because there's several of my friends, Keith Roth Nelson, amazing comedian. He's from Oregon originally. Oregon don't really have a lot of COVID cases. So he can go back to Oregon and they'll still let him perform. That's what a lot of these big names that you see are doing. So like they're traveling now. And if you have the means to do it and you're already a name, there are places that they probably never would go to or go to very seldom. But now they're a hot commodity because even though those places have low amounts of COVID cases or whatever, stuff's still closed and people don't want to come there. People aren't moving. So if they go, hey, I'll come out there, I'll generate some business for you. Even though you coming from a hot spot, I'm like, why are you inviting COVID to your house? Like, what you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's weird, but
I could just see a bit of your backdrop kind of fell there. I just want to let you know.
It damn sure did. Well, that's great.
Just to let you know. I'm the type of guy who tells somebody got something on their mouth, like.
So the veil just fell. Whatever. We're still doing this thing.
Cool.
So as far as the scandals that you were talking about, I think that people, how they say money don't change you, it just makes you more who you already are.
Yep.
Right.
They're basically falling back to the bullshit that they shouldn't be doing. So I think that the reason they're getting caught up is because they're bored. And now their true colors is coming out. It's simple as that. LA changes people in a weird way.
You want to whip your dick out in public. Allegedly.
Allegedly my ass. Louis C.K. did that shit.
Exactly.
Wasn't in public. It wasn't in public. It was in the privacy of his hotel room.
In his room.
But it was Martin Lawrence who did that.
I'm in my room right now.
I still love Martin.
If I pull my dick out in front of y'all, it's public.
Yeah.
So I'm in the privacy of my room.
Please
right now.
don't. We believe you. Please don't. We believe you. You win.
Say about to stand up in the dick swinging.
Yeah,
all the listeners right now are hopping onto the YouTube to see what's going on.
It was a private place in a public setting.
Yeah, it was a green room in a comedy show, right?
I'm not giving him a pass on. No. He did that shit in his hotel room. I mean, I think they say he did it in the green room at a comedy club too.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I don't know what to make of it because he's working.
What to make of it is cancel culture is bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's not true. No, it's not. They will get you the fuck out of here if they mean it.
Okay, if you get out of here on some like pedophilia, on something like he didn't do nothing to nobody. Like,
look, dog,
do something to somebody.
You can't. He did. He whipped his dick out and jerked off in front of some women.
Watch me whip
till he finished.
Okay.
Sarah Silverman didn't mind it though.
Low key, this is Bacchanal Podcast. We're keeping it real. Like, people still consider him mad funny. People are still checking for him on.
He's still working.
He's still getting busy out in the States.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
if your work is better than the shit you did, they will let you slide.
I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. Bill Cosby's in fucking jail right now.
And the work that he's doing right now don't match the shit that came out when it came out.
With who?
What are you talking
Bill Cosby.
about?
Oh, Bill.
I'm saying
he's not active.
Bill Cosby don't have to work no more. He was America's fucking dad.
You're missing what I'm saying. He was America's favorite dad. That shit was fucking 30 years ago. Yeah, he has nothing going on right now.
Bruh,
Louis, they can't make money off Cosby. They weren't making money off. He was still this nigga. Yeah, residuals. Legacy, I'm talking about hot shit now. Yeah. Louis C.K. can still tour and make money for a company. All they had to do was wait for the fire to go out and put him back on stage. That's what happened.
If it was more current, if you're more active, it's easy to cancel you. If you're fucking Bill Cosby that drugged some women fucking 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it's like even we were saying like, yo, that's kind of old. Like, what's the statute of limitations on that shit?
Facts.
You coming back with that
still
shit?
Active. Cosby was still active at the time. He sold out all the shows
at the time
until he went to jail.
Like, look. Here's how.
He's still touring.
Here's how you know.
That's true.
Morgan Freeman got alleged some shit recently of doing some shit. He was like, "Bitch, no, I didn't," and that was it.
Put that bass in his voice.
Well, Morgan Freeman got a voice. Yeah, that's his voice. Though.
That's a soft voice.
Everybody like, all right, yeah, he got it.
That's a forgiving voice.
Yeah, him and Barry White, they got that shit.
Man. I was like, well, even if he did do it, he is God. So
I feel like if you're successful and you're a likable person, you're more to be forgiven for what you did.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman was, except Tory Lane's not a likable person.
No, I'm saying his dumb ass was still tweeting that he's getting more streams than he's ever gotten before. He was saying shit like that. Like,
man, fuck Tory Lane.
Exactly.
Did y'all see he text Meg the next day
talking
about
like, my bad.
I was fucking drunk.
We can't use I was drunk no more. I think he ruined it for us, bruh. Hey, I know I was wilding last night, girl. Like I was a little tip. We can't say that because he done upped the ante. Like he shot somebody over a cup of liquor. Like, come on, bro.
That's some shit that I could never get with. Is I was drunk. Like if a girl I was ever dating came back to me and like did some dumb shit because she was drunk, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm sober. Your ass is fucking out of here.
Exactly.
It's a wrap.
We're not gonna keep doing that. We're not gonna keep running that game back of I was drunk and I didn't mean to fall asleep in his bed and I woke up and I was naked.
I've been fucked up. I've been Korea drunk. That's a whole nother level of drunk. And I remember how I got home every night but one. So like, and that one was a motherfucker, boy. But for real, like I don't know. I've been blackout drunk and shit like that, they say, but I remember like the next day, even if it come back in pieces, there's never I fucked a whole female drunk and I don't remember
That's insane
at all.
No, you know,
my God. Not half of one.
Not a half one. If it was a half of one, I think I'd remember that. For sure.
What if they used the horoscope, like the moon and the stars?
That's game.
Made my dick slide in her real quick.
You shouldn't be dating.
You know
her
I'm
anyway.
a Capricorn, so I got to do it.
You know what's that shit? Say I'm an asparagus.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Yeah, nah, we're not doing that. All
right, let's get on something else. Okay, so this is new news. It was something that I had written down before, but now it's been a new revelation. TikTok, Trump and TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So
Trump dictatorship right there, man.
Yeah. So Trump was saying that if TikTok didn't sign a deal with an American company soon, by Sunday, no more TikTok, right? So I was watching TV last night, actually, and I saw a commercial for TikTok. The little shit where they fucking flipping all the whatever, and everybody's throwing the shoe up on one foot and the other foot and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
At the end of it, it says download TikTok by Sunday. Jeez. And I was like, that's an addition. Because I've seen that commercial before, and that little piece at the end wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get into a business of it. But as of today, I guess TikTok is being bought by a company called Oracle.
Yeah.
And Trump has come out and said that he has blessed the deal. So let's talk about every.
He can't do that. He's not supposed to be able to do that.
The hell he can't.
No, it's
America.
Dog, you're not supposed to be able to do that, man. Like, hey, man, go ahead.
Coming from the king of capitalism, or in his mind anyway. Mm-hmm. For him to come out and say, "You gotta do what I tell you to do because I'm president." I know you're your own company, your own entity. You have a footprint here in America, but if you guys don't do what I tell you to do, I'm getting rid of this shit. Okay, hold up, nigga. You can't do that because you are a civilian serving as president now. You have no say-so in this shit.
At all.
Number one. Number two, as much as I know you say that you hate China, but you really want America to be more like China, so you don't have to leave office and just be there for fucking ever. You can't come out like, I want to know how him maneuvering around the situation. He's supposed to be the big business, small government guy. How can you be the big business, small government guy when you have shit on the ethics of big business, small government? Because now you're government and you're jumping into big business and you don't belong there, homie. Like that's not what you do. You don't go in there and make deals for people. It's like the fucking Biggest Loser. Not the Biggest Loser. What the fuck is that shit called?
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice. He should be on The Biggest Loser.
Marcus, let me jump in here real quick. So y'all know this all stems from the whole Tulsa rally where BTS, they were on TikTok and they're getting a couple of their members and subscribers to reserve seats for the Tulsa rally and not show up. And that pissed them off. And then he went on this whole tirade against TikTok. So this is just a whole petty thing from Trump trying to take down TikTok because of his ego.
It's another temper tantrum of his. That's all it is. That's all it is. Like, I'm like, why are you beefing? There's a whole pandemic happening. And an app that my kids want, my president is talking about. And but the funny part is, because of that, my kids know about him and they can't stand him either. I don't talk about Trump to my kids, but we'll just be sitting at the dinner table and my 11-year-old will go, of all the people we could have picked.
He said, y'all adults is fucking this up.
This is what y'all doing to me?
Exactly.
I can't get on TikTok and do the floss for 15 seconds.
No. Yeah, man. It's nuts what he's doing. But I've been telling people, man, his followers, they don't even have followers. He has a cult.
Yeah, I'm about to say he has a cult.
They don't care what he does.
And that's the crazy part about it. How are you so pro fucking Trump? Because he is small government. He is the fucking, he says what he wants to say. Not afraid of the boogeyman. Let's just live our lives. But then when TikTok pisses him off, he's like, wait a minute. I gotta do something about this shit. And as president, I'm gonna jump in here and I'm gonna find a way. How would he even, let's say there was no deal. When Sunday comes, who does he talk to about getting that shit turned off for all the phones in all of America?
Every app store in the world? I don't know.
Is it a bluff? It's a bluff. Because, well, I mean, you can go to Apple and Google. They're going to be like, bitch, if you don't get out of here and close my door, we don't have an open door policy. No. Okay? You can't just walk in here and tell me what to do with my shit. Cause Google
with no mask on. You know he going to wear no mask when you walk in there, too.
Nah, nigga.
Yeah, man. Those are two American companies, and Huawei and TikTok are not. This is the new oil. Like, this data mining stuff is very important.
Yeah.
And if TikTok is doing better than Facebook, which is Instagram also, Twitter combined, they're losing people. So this other country is getting all of our information that makes 98% of our stuff. So they know exactly what you like, exactly who you're going to look at.
Amazon's doing the same thing.
It's an American company.
Yeah, but that's
what do you mean so?
We're still going to buy this
shit. They're still stealing shit.
Yeah, but they're taking it for Americans from Americans. They want that oil.
You're Canadian, man.
Look, China's taking a big digital straw, and
this Canadian dude is stealing our info right now. I'm just
let me tell you something.
Well, Canadians know a lot about America also, and Americans don't know a lot about Canada. So you got to think about that.
We don't know. But
China is basically taking a big digital straw, and getting in America where
what does it do?
A lot of people data mining. When you know when you make the clothes and now you know exactly which step you're gonna take.
Yeah, send me them J's early, my nigga. Send me them J's super early.
Go for it.
You know I want them.
They know exactly how to make people maneuver and distract now.
10 and a half.
America wants that power. America wants that power. So they don't want
they got
China.
it.
They got it though.
But they don't want to share
Facebook
it.
has been stealing people's information for 20 years, and we've been letting them do it.
Yeah.
So
Like,
it's not
you
like
get,
it's something
you get that
new.
email. You get that
They don't
email
want
like,
nobody
"Hey, we
else
lost
having your information.
500,000 accounts." You're like,
America is
okay.
the most influential country in the world. Whatever you guys are on, the Caribbean's trying to be on, or Arab countries are trying to be on, Africa's trying to be on, England, all Europe is trying to be on that. So if they get your information, they know exactly what the rest of the world does. They control the market of clothing and everything created that you guys are buying in the world. So if they can have both of the pieces, it's a wrap.
Market more to me. Market more to me. Because I remember when people got kind of getting offended when Amazon was like getting your information, and they were like, "Oh, damn! Like, okay, now you're marketing directly to me because you're listening to my phone. Apparently,
They
listen
do.
to my phone.
They do.
You see my post. Okay, all that crap is good. People stopped complaining when Amazon was like, "We are listening to you, but nigga, we could get you that corduroy jacket today. If you order it by 2, it could be at your house by 7. You can wear that bitch tomorrow." And everybody was like, you got a point.
All of it, Marcus, see, all of it is fake outrage. Because it's only as, I'm pissed about it as long as it's inconvenient. If you can take my information and make something way more convenient for me, people will gladly give up their rights.
Already are.
Yep.
Gladly.
And here's the thing, like he never came out, like Trump speaks in fucking hyperbole, right? He never came out and gave any data or any like real solid information that China is stealing anything from us that is detrimental to our culture. It was China is just taking all of our stuff. You know, they're spying on us. And like, okay, I hear you, Mr. President. Now show us where that's happening. Like, pull out a fucking chart.
That's what Joe Budden wants to see.
Show me where it's happening.
That's all Joe
wants. They're not going to show you numbers. That's what Joe Budden wants, and that's why he doesn't want to fuck with Spotify.
Everything that you just said, Marcus, is going to make sense to somebody intelligent. I know everybody in here seen Idiocracy. I keep making this comparison because it's a documentary now. You know what his base understands? China stole some stuff.
Exactly.
Right. And they go, well, dab gum, we gotta stop that.
Yeah.
And these China, like that's what they understand. So why even? There's no reason for Trump to try and explain anything further. If he starts making sense, they're not gonna get what he's saying. If he just goes, they stole some stuff, they all on. So
Sam, be like, Sam, these are the same taking our stuff too, and he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm taking your stuff too, and they're gonna be like, yo, fuck this guy, he's just taking our shit. You know what I mean? So
let me jump in real quick. These are the same people that, you know, every year on Facebook they write that status. Facebook, you're not allowed to steal my information. Now that I wrote this 3-page paragraph, copied and pasted, you guys can't data mine from my account because I wrote that.
I gotta tell you guys, man, I'm in Canada. I'm watching from outside the bubble, but unfortunate truth is, y'all middle states and y'all Californians, y'all gotta get along to keep all the other countries out, because the Saudis, the Chinese, the Russians, they're all buying up land in your area without y'all even looking. They're doing it in Toronto too, and we're trying to stop it. So y'all gotta band together, unfortunately, to beat the bigger evil. Because yes, there's evil there, but y'all gotta really unite, because it's so ununited that people are just not even in the country and they're buying up property and land, buildings, condos, raising the rent prices to uncontrollably, like, unfathomable numbers. If you're looking at the price of this stuff, it's unrealistic, because they're copying everything before the people who even live there, who are arguing with each other, copy it. So y'all got, unfortunately.
That's not TikTok's fault though. They just want to dance and change clothes.
Yeah, but they want your information, so they're taking information.
Wipe down mirrors and
that's shit. The new oil, man. That's the new oil.
But what information is it that they want if they talk about real estate? They can go to Zillow for that. I can look up anybody's house in my neighborhood right now.
Yeah, but if you're showing your house in your camera, they're getting your whole blueprint.
You can look at the layouts too, but you just watching me dance. Like, that's man.
Well, the thing is with data mining, they're going to look at
it's a reach and it's a deflection.
Yeah.
But he don't want nobody looking at all the other dumb shit he doing.
Yeah, true. No, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah, there's definitely bigger battles for Trump. Yeah, but for TikTok,
I would hope so. He's the goddamn president.
Yeah,
if his
I can't believe he's getting away with all that.
TikTok, all of the stuff, man.
All right, all the stuff. We got a lot of stuff
More
to talk
data
about.
mining.
So what's next?
Okay. Matter of fact, since we in that political realm, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, rest in peace, Supreme Court Justice. Mm-hmm. She passed away recently. I don't know when y'all airing this, so recently, goddammit. While we're talking about all of the stuff that the president has to deal with, okay, and that he's so focused on TikTok and Twitter, about 3 hours after it was announced that she passed away, he was up there talking about her replacement.
Jeez. Savage. God damn.
About 3 hours. Now, I saw 0 to maybe a little teeny bit of outrage from his base online. Usually they're hyper vocal anytime he does anything. This wasn't one of those times. If we as a people, and like you said, Casey, everybody got to band together. Imagine if when Chadwick Boseman died, Disney had a press conference right after talking about replacing him. How crazy would the internet have gone against Disney?
Screen Rants actually tried to do that on their website, and that didn't.
Well, I expect Screen Rants to be on some bullshit. I expect them to do that. I'm talking about the company that is in charge of shit.
Oh, canceled. They've been canceled.
Kevin Feige came out and been like, "Oh, well, look, we already having a meeting. I done called everybody in because his body's still warm, but we're gonna get this squared away." Mm-hmm. It would have been a firestorm across the internet. Mm-hmm. This man has no respect for anybody, and like I said, nobody cares that he does this type of stuff. Why don't we have that same energy when it's really important to everybody, seemingly on the internet all the time? Everybody seems to care about politics a great deal, but when he does shit like this, nobody says anything.
Teflon Don, man. He's their white supremacist knight.
Well, just like when John Lewis passed away, he was like, they asked him why didn't he go to the funeral? He was like, well, he didn't come to my inauguration, so.
He's a sociopath, egotistical sociopath.
Are you serious?
That's at high school. You didn't come to my party.
That's the thing. Like people talk about Joe Biden. He's not sharp and he doesn't really say what he should say and et cetera, et cetera. Do you listen to this dude talk every day? That's the president right now. He's a fucking maniac. And I think he's on drugs half the time, to be honest with you. I think he's
act like a cokehead. Who's up at 3 a.m. typing every night?
Definitely.
That's some coke shit, man.
Comedians
about to go type.
Comedians and presidents, man.
The 2 C's, comedians and cokeheads.
I felt real seen just now. He was like, "Who's up at 3 a.m.?" I was like, "I don't know."
I saw you look around like,
No, you know what the problem is with Joe, man, Uncle Joe. Like I remember when he was like a whole meme sensation and him saying crazy shit to Obama. You know, it's like we got a guy in our heads. He's just Uncle Joe. But worse than that, the only real argument that we have for Joe Biden being better than Trump is that, well, he ain't Trump.
Pretty much, man.
When you talk to people about him, it's not like, he's got this strong stance on X, Y, Z. It's just that he's the lesser of two evils, and that just ain't enough to get it done.
That's what every president, though. Every president comes up and they vote for somebody because they're not somebody else.
That's true, but this time I feel like it just feels different. It feels very much like, well, that's the guy.
I felt like that with Hillary, though.
I did feel like that with Hillary, but I mean, she won the popular, but the whole electoral college, whatever you want to say. This is different in the sense that in that election, well, with the Trump thing was on its way up with the MAGA hats and everything else. He's in there, and his supporters don't give a shit. So he would literally have to like fist somebody.
No, more than that. I don't know.
He'd do that, and then they'd be like,
"How's everybody doing?"
Fake camera, fake shit. That's fake.
Locker room fisting is all it is.
Locker room
they
fisting.
put my face on somebody else.
This is some locker room. Man, when Fox News got that tape from fucking Entertainment Tonight, he was talking about grabbing by the pussy with
Billy Bush. Yeah,
Billy
he
Bush.
got fired, man.
He lost his job. That nigga got elected to be president of the United States, and Billy Bush was sitting there. He was just sitting there. He didn't even say shit. He was like, "Oh, word? You wildin'. Oh, you fired. Wait a minute."
It was like, is this happening right now? Type of feeling, right?
And Fox News was like, oh, that's how boys talk in locker rooms. No, bitch, that's how rapists talk in locker rooms.
That's a rape talk. I'm gonna just roll up on her like a bitch and grab it. What the fuck? Nigga, what?
Yeah.
He said I move on her like a bitch. I'm like, what kind of fucking slang are you using, ho? Yeah. You
telling
move on her like
secretary, a bitch? Hey, Kim Jong just saw you. Might have to take one for the team. Like, really?
Please pull out your tit for America.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Sandbag titty.
Oh man, them things had.
How y'all feel about black Trump supporters, man? I know a couple.
Real ones are fake. That's probably
real ones. Some real coon-fused individuals.
Coon-fused shit.
Tell me about the fake ones. What does that look like?
Candace Owen, when you're getting paid and you're doing that shit for clout.
Them fucking twins, them light skinned green out of like they're only doing that shit because it's clickbait. They know that they're gonna get love from people that hate them, and they're gonna get hate from people that love them. Both of those things are clickable fucking characteristics to have if you're trying to fucking go viral or if you're trying to be a fucking troll. I can't imagine, and to me, you have to be just a gross person because Candace Owens is no longer allowed to come to the barbecue. These twins ain't come to the barbecue.
I don't want to go to this imaginary barbecue, man. Y'all be inviting too much people.
But
man.
what I'm saying is you're putting yourself in such a corner that you're in the trenches with the enemy.
That money though, that Fox News
That's what
money.
That's what I'm saying. So you can never stop. Like once you start,
that check's gonna run out.
Stop. Like when Trump is no longer president, these motherfuckers that have been tap dancing for these fucking white people to get clicks, when Trump is out, now where do you go? What do you do? Because now you're no longer relevant
at all. There's nowhere Candace Owens can go that I won't know who she is.
Like them two black bitches for that was on Fox, the fucking Ebony and Jasmine and
Silk and something. I don't know there.
Silk and the Shocker. We'll call them that shit.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
They like Fox News cut them from any of their shit. They're no longer fucking getting a check from Fox. And you ain't seen them motherfuckers on anything anywhere since then.
Nope, and you won't. I'd be shocked if you did, but you ain't gonna see them nowhere. They're draining a well that doesn't fill back up. So if I hope you invested that shit and did it like to the T, because you ain't getting no more money.
You can't come back and be like, yo, man, it was just a money grab. I was just playing. Hey,
can't go back to the barbershop because
Kanye West did it. Kanye West did it though. Kanye's one of the few that could maneuver in between the coonery.
He ain't back.
Nah.
He ain't back.
He'll snap back for like 2 seconds. He'll have a moment like Dr. Claude Anderson's book. Read Black Wealth, blah, blah, blah. And then he starts
trying. Yeah, he's trying.
We don't believe you anymore. You've done that. We've done that 3 or 4 times. And now we don't believe you. Now it's like, okay, we gave you the benefit of the doubt. Now you can't come back.
Kanye, we trying to push socks now? We got socks? What is it, Kanye?
He's the type that sells socks with holes in
I'm exhausted with you, Kanye.
He'll sell a sock with a hole in it and be like,
exactly. That shit vintage.
What are you trying to sell me now, bro?
$250 a pair.
Good.
Use socks.
Bottle of water. What do you got?
Socks is made out of Kardashian pussy hair.
Hell yeah,
exactly.
Special dick be the socks right here by the Yeezy collection.
Yeah, man. You know what I would love? Do you remember that old school movie that came out when the white guy who's super racist he woke up and he was black? They should do that with Trump. Like he just wakes up one day and he's black and everybody's like, he can't get away. All of a sudden he can't get away with all that type of shit that he's pulling. All this type of stuff. People start switching up on him. It'd be a great.
Like a Freaky Friday, but like with a racist dude.
Yeah, He's a racist dude. It's some old school movie. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but
Boondocks.
I thought you were talking about Chappelle. Yeah.
No. Not some movie from like the 70s or something. I don't remember that shit. What else we got next though?
Oh man. Okay. The Boys. I know y'all said y'all wanted to talk about The Boys. The Amazon show.
Yeah.
Where superheroes are, as in my opinion, how they really would be in the real world.
Yeah, it's a beautiful satire on
got my Homelander shirt, number one dad.
Why do you have a Homelander? Wow, bro. Oh my God! Stop! Put your arms down.
He's sick.
Yes.
God,
Sick people.
You purchased that.
I did.
You supposed to have on an A-Train shirt.
Yeah, a cokehead with heart problems.
Yeah, nigga.
Nigga couldn't even run no more. He couldn't even run no more. He's just like, God damn.
And Black and Miles, nigga.
He got smoking too much cigarettes or something.
The train stops here.
He's got on the most. That shirt is too much.
Yo, his parts are all fucked up. I was looking at that the last.
You noticed it now, right?
They jacked up his parts, man. They're too like thick or something.
It looked like he threw up the peace sign to his barber, and his barber grabbed his hand and did this and cut around it.
Say less, fam. Say less. I got you, baby.
Yeah, man, it shows a mess, but it's really good. Season 2, I've basically been binging up to 5, but I don't want to spoil what just happened because that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you think that if Superman was real, he'd be closer to Superman or the Homelander?
Homelander.
For sure.
It kind of depends.
Probably.
Like the Injustice Superman.
He was raised in Kansas.
Became like, he might be racist.
He might be racist as fuck.
Yeah, just like when I watched like Captain America, Winter Soldier, I'm like, Winter Soldier might be a racist. He kept looking at Falcon. He been around them Russians.
It took him 2 lifetimes. He had to go back in time and be like, all right, this shit was kind of fucked up. Like, I'm gonna get that boy a shield when I see him
again. Winter Soldier had to get saved in Wakanda. After all that too, to find
to be around some black people.
Yeah, they had to braid his hair and bathe him in that.
And then they made him a slave, which was weird. A one-armed slave. They're like, nah, nigga.
They probably had
you taking this arm?
Like,
cause you know when you fucked up, when you a slave back in the like this was a Kunta Kinte, nigga. And they took that
those kids are just.
They took was up there with a controller and shit. It's in yourself.
They changed his name too because he realized he's like, my name's Bucky. They're like, nah, nigga, you White Wolf. Now go back in the field and work.
And you know what's real insulting about that movie? He's in a hut in the lake, like far, far out.
Oh,
They're in this beautiful ass city in these beautiful apartments that are like houses of itself.
He was still a little crazy. They're like, oh, you thought you was finna come live with us?
They got him in the dark with a goddamn candle all the way far at the end of Wakanda.
You know how hard it's got to be to shovel rhino shit with one arm? Then you trying to goddamn get that bitch with your on your side,
and a kid's controlling it with a joystick, making his elbow pop out and throw it on himself.
They brought that nigga arm in a guitar case.
Exactly.
They didn't get a white man another arm until they needed him to fight.
Exactly, that's a fact. They didn't give him arm the whole time.
And remember when Bucky saw it in the case, he was like, "Where's the fight?"
He already knew.
He knew.
He was just so exhausted.
That one arm was tired, boy. Kids was coming in fucking with him. He had no lock on his door.
Yeah,
they came down in silk. He had on cotton and rayon and shit. He was like sweating like a motherfucker.
Why'd I put y'all on this rant, man?
I don't know, man. I'm cutting this part out. It's going on Facebook and YouTube and everything, man.
Let's get back to the boys. Back to the
boys.
The boys.
Lord,
you gotta keep me up on what happened in episode 4 because it's all a big mess.
4 was the reveal of Stormfront's like intentions.
Right.
Yeah, that she was Liberty and all of that.
I enjoyed this episode a lot because it finally gave Mother's Milk that dimension that I was asking for from the first 3 episodes. Remember how I was saying, yo, this guy, how come we don't get to see him chase and see his family? How come we don't get to see him, his play, his whole story? They finally gave us a bit more dimension with his, is it like an OCD where he has to have everything perfect?
Yeah.
And how this rage he got from his father got passed down to him just like that.
Yeah.
They gave, and the relationship between in the road trip, right? It was a road trip they went on?
They went to North Carolina.
Yeah. Underrated state, baby.
With the Confederate Homelander
I saw that shit
on the barn.
I saw that shit, got me mad. But no, I like the road trip they took with the relationship with how he's missing his daughter, how she never had a true father figure, and him in the background who never had anybody who truly believed in him to be a man that he is. That trifecta of that story building and character development, phenomenal in my opinion. The way she was like, oh, I've never had a donut before. It's like, holy shit, that's heartbreaking, man. It's a grown-ass woman. She never even had a donut and a coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the storytelling in this show is like propelling past any other comic book show I've seen. So like I got to give it its ratings for this. This is great. This is greatness.
It's very self-aware of itself.
I mean, that makes sense. You saying that now, like going into episode 4 and how mad he kept getting over and over. Like when it came to like, I just want to go see my family because the guy was like, if you want to beat my ass, just kick my ass already.
Yeah.
Right. And I was trying to understand where the rage comes from.
Exactly.
But then I'm like, God, like y'all are all in the same situation. Why are you so mad at this dude? But he can be like one of the reasons why he can't go home and be the father that he didn't have.
Yeah.
So if that's the texture they're building around that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah. But in the first 3 episodes, they didn't like give that out there. Like they didn't. He just he was tilting on that side of the angry black man character. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't do my boy like this, man.
But I'm glad that they did it that way. Like you said, the way that they build characters. We saw the angry black man and it seemed super stereotypical, but every other character we've seen in the show, that wasn't a stereotype. So I was like, there's got to be more to this. There's got to be something behind it. And then what I felt like they brought with that was, okay, yeah, there are angry black men out there. Why? Let's talk about that part. Let's talk about what's going on behind it, that whole black mental health thing that we don't get to talk about because that's all it is. You know, that's what we get is that dude mad for no reason. Yeah. There's a reason. But unless you find out, you're just going to see me in this big black thing and be afraid. So I think they did great with that.
Yeah, they did an amazing job with it. I saw a couple of errors in the shot. This thing was done on Blerd Street in Toronto when they were talking at the end, and they had a girl. If you guys rewatch it, she's eating a hot dog walking. She has a white hat, and she's always fake biting the hot dog while she's walking. It's like, do you know those extras that aren't doing their job properly?
Right. Don't nobody want to eat 30 hot dogs while y'all get this scene together?
And walk, like, but she's walking and she's pretending to bite it, and it's like, come on, what are you doing? And I saw Tim Hortons cup fly by the screen
in the wind.
See that guy,
gotta bring a shout out to the Tim's cup that you see someone walking with holding.
Akil, he be texting you during the show. Did you see the hot dog? Did you like, man, shut up, man. I'm watching the show.
I catch, man. It's just the things that I catch, man. You gotta have a good eye for shit, you know. So,
you know what I caught? I caught when she was still in the whatever it's called, the formula.
Yeah,
Compound V.
Compound V, right? So when Gecko brought her to Compound V, and they were talking in that little lobby, and she was gonna put it in her boot, and then the camera had Stormfront's book bag on a back chair, but she was nowhere near the fucking book bag. A-Train runs up on her, where she's like, "Oh shit!" A-Train runs up on her, "What'd you put in your boot?" He pats her down. There's no Compound V. And then you see Stormfront come get the book bag, and it's in her book bag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck did you do that when you weren't even close to this motherfucker? Then when she talks to Stormfront again, Stormfront's maybe like 3 or 4 feet away from her, and they're just talking. And then all of a sudden, Stormfront leaves, and she's got the Compound V. I'm like, what am?
And he's the fastest man alive, right? And he didn't
like.
He
so
wasn't quick enough to see that.
What's happening?
But that's a definite hole.
That's a definite hole in the story.
Yeah, but he got diabetes. To me, it seems like he got the same character arc as the crackhead from New Jack City. Like he's gonna be cracked out, and then the boys are gonna bring him in and get him clean, probably.
Help me, Homelander! I'm gonna die.
And then he's gonna end up fucking up again. Homelander's gonna kill him. That's the arc I see.
You talking about Chris Rock's character?
Yeah. I feel like he's gonna have that same arc in the.
So you're saying he's gonna be like, I want to be a superhero. I want to stop, but the game keeps calling me, baby.
I need that fee, baby. I need the fee.
Motherfucker call A-Train.
I want to go fast, nigga.
Pookie.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to go fast, baby.
You know what? Like I realized in the first 2 episodes of season 2, nobody on television is having more fun playing a character than Carl Urban is playing Butcher. Yeah. He is having a blast on this show.
He's killing this shit, man. He is killing it.
Dog, he's a piece of shit.
I know. What the
hell?
You
have a Homelander shirt, nigga.
Oh,
no,
you're a monster.
No. You guys don't read the comics. Butcher's a piece of shit.
I'm talking about Carl Urban.
Oh, you mean in the comics?
Playing the role.
Yes. He said his full legal name.
Carl Urban's a legend in Dredd.
Carl, I don't know him like that, man. Carl doing good, man.
The boy
yeah,
Carl
he's killing
doing
the role,
good.
man. He's having fun, man. The one-liners that he's coming with. He has a lot of
his
ill
whole
one-liners.
gravitas inside of Butcher is intoxicating to watch on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and I know somebody's probably said this. Why they don't pick him for the Wolverine?
Hey, man, he'd be perfect.
I know, maybe too tall. I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah,
they're
maybe
trying
too
to do.
old. Yeah, maybe ages him.
Man, Wolverine like is kind of, he gets to an age, and they be doing all that shit with CGI.
Yeah.
But he would be a perfect cold ass Wolverine.
Yeah, he'd kill that shit.
I don't know why they ain't called him at least.
That's
Somebody
a good
needs to have a conversation.
Marvel been doing some weird casting. They're gonna give us like a coked out Shia LaBeouf as Wolverine.
Oh God.
With Wiki?
Yeah, they be like, oh shit, that nigga Wiki with the sticky.
I can pass. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. I think they could have done most of the things that they done with that franchise so much better. And
Well, Fox had a weird road, and I know this has been talked about to death, so I ain't gonna harp on it. But like, I really think that they'll do it right on the Mouse House side of things.
Yeah.
But those types of roles, they gotta be like spot on. And then honestly, I hope that Wolverine takes a back seat to the rest of the X-Men. They don't need another Wolverine show. Like, it needs to be somebody that does it right, but it doesn't need to be like all of those movies got centered around Wolverine that didn't need to be. So just because it was Hugh Jackman and Hugh Jackman was the hottest thing smoking. So yeah, I hope they just pick somebody. Hey, you do good over there, but this shit ain't about you. and we'll handle it from there.
Sam, switching gears. With the boys, was Homelander clapping that shape-shifting man's cheeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man, that was
because how you sign up for that job? It seemed like he didn't want the job, and they just forced him to do that. Like, all right, now you're gonna have to take Homelander dick for a month or two until he gets over this phase. You're like, what? I signed up to be PR. Well, P has penis. You'll be taking some dick.
I'm hoping in my mind I don't even want to go where Akil went. So
what happened?
In my brain, he was just over there cuddling and drinking this warm breast milk.
Now you can't cuddle and not, the erection gonna happen.
But it's a dude.
Homelander don't care. Does he look like he cares?
I don't even think Homelander knew it.
He knew.
He said, "Change back, nigga."
He knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
They had went to lunch together beforehand and talked about what was gonna happen and bought the outfits.
But would it be gay if he shapeshifted his buddy into a vagina though? Would that still be gay?
Still gay. It's still very gay. Yeah.
He shapeshifted it. It's different.
Would that be trans?
He changed the whole muscle.
What if in the middle
non-binary right there?
Remember how you said like the longer you stay in that other form or he gets stressed out, he just changed back. What if Homelander go ham and he changed into a dude in the middle and Homelander's still inside?
His hole.
Homelander's still inside. Like that's not gonna go well for anybody.
Oh yeah.
Change back, nigga. Change back. That's all I remember.
Yeah, man.
You want me to turn into somebody else?
Yo, look, man, look, dog. Like if I'm clapping and this bitch nigga has an orgasm,
this nigga bitch have an orgasm
and turns back into a dude, yo,
I'm going to jail.
Right into the constellation.
Why even? I mean, but the Homelander is a psychopath, and that whole scene where then the dude turned into him, I know what you want. You don't need anyone.
You do not know.
And it turns into Homelander. I'm like, you're about to. What is that? He was about to blow Homelander as home. I'm like, yo, this shit here is fucking.
You know what that scene told me? Buddy done did this shit before. That's what scene told me.
Exactly.
Yeah. He is about that life. He do whatever, do whatever strange for some change. Yeah. Yeah, that could have been Mystique.
I can see an A-list Hollywood person doing that to himself, like Tom Cruise be at home
to get
fucking himself.
Yeah,
right before a Mission Impossible stunt. He's
while watching his own movie.
Yeah, nigga, I'm doing this for Lord Xenu. Scientology, baby.
Yeah, no, this show is phenomenal, and the little details are great too. Like when Homelander landed and you could see the leaves actually fly in the air and shit like that. Like little details for a low budget show like this it's great. I don't know. I'm enjoying it a lot. Anything else you guys want to get into?
I'm kind of curious as to why it has such a low rating though.
Oh, people are mad because they're doing one episode a week instead of the entire show. Last season it was
HBO does the same thing.
So they're giving it shit ratings because it's only one a week now instead of three each time.
Entitled nerds.
That's
just
It's corny.
That's what it is.
No, I agree with that.
I agree with it too.
I tune in. I pay for this service, so I don't have to wait for fucking next week. That's why Netflix.
They do it weekly to keep the conversation going, to keep it in the zeitgeist. So you don't
that's like a normal. That's like Family Matters and shit, like TGI Friday and shit. Like fuck that.
Yeah, they're trying to bring that back though.
I prefer.
I prefer it now.
Watching a whole season in one thing, anyways, like that. So I could do it 2 episodes a week, but like the whole thing, I get it. They're trying to keep their platform alive.
Y'all niggas is spoiled, man. Y'all better go back
because they did the same
thing. I ain't paying you to give me all the episodes right now. I'm not paying you.
You're paying to receive the episodes when they give it.
Because there's plenty of other shows. It's plenty of other shows that are up there that they drop the whole season right away. It's not their fault that you like this one a lot and they're choosing to do it that way. That's their flagship show. Why wouldn't they keep you on the hook?
Yeah, I don't think it's a flagship show at all.
Amazon right now
on Prime? Absolutely not.
What's better than that right now on Prime?
They have a bunch of shows on Amazon that this shit has like a 3.2 rating.
Yeah,
so
but tell me,
it was like that last year.
000? Did you watch 000?
I haven't, but I heard it was dope as fuck.
There you go. So they're trying to make you say, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna watch 000. Like I'm gonna watch the stuff because this is their flagship show. This is the one that everybody's talking about.
It's the talked about show. Fuck
this
that.
Is the one that we're talking about.
They did not expect it from season 1. They expected like the soldier one, the dude who's in the room, the CIA. That one to be their thing, but this one, Jack, whatever, that one. But this one ended up being that. So they're like, yo, for season 2, we gotta stretch this out so people go watch Jack, go watch 000, go watch our other things that we have.
You're still gonna watch it. You're gonna watch
people
it. People
are just getting rid of the. People pay for it for a little while. They do a 3-month free thing or whatever, and then they just dip out.
And come back.
So you think people are like people are gonna be like, okay, so I can still do that though. I could fucking pay you whatever it is for Amazon Prime with 14, 7, 9, whatever the fuck it is. I could pay you that, and then I could say, okay, The Boys is coming out. I could wait 2 months, and I'll get that shit, and I'll pay you your money for a month. I'll watch that shit all in one fucking weekend, and I'll take my money and leave if I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, but I think they're betting they're putting their money on the chips that say like, you know what, we're getting people. Because every week people are showing up, we're getting people watching our other shows on here.
Nah.
They want to be trending on Twitter every week.
They rather put the money on that than everybody watch it on the weekend and then be done with it by Tuesday.
The Walking Dead died. The Walking Dead died because it was weekly episodes, and then you're fucking making me wait a year.
Bad writing killed The Walking Dead, man.
Bad writing killed that.
Yeah, bad writing.
The show is good. You haven't watched it, I'm guessing, lately?
What, The Walking Dead?
No, that shit hasn't been good lately.
No. The shit.
Nigga, you're crazy.
You're wrong. You're wrong, Akil.
No,
The Walking Dead came back. You are
wrong.
wrong. The Walking Dead came back and it got dope as fuck. I fell off of it for a while, and when we got back on, I was like, "Yo, they done picked this back up." The story
Fear
got
the
good
Walking
again.
Dead got better to me than The Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking Dead was trash.
It was complete trash when it started off, where they had that crackhead Johnny Depp looking dude.
Yeah.
And then eventually they killed everybody off and they kind of started doing their own thing.
Jack Bone Marrow. Yeah, he was garbage. He was absolute garbage. I couldn't stick with that show. I stuck with The Walking Dead and it paid off in spades.
Okay, that's good.
I think what happened, the Boys ain't gonna flop, for one. If the writing stays like this, I don't give a fuck if a show come out once a month. If it's fire, you're not gonna
fucking watch a show that come out once a month.
Shut the fuck up. So what I'm saying is, with this type of show,
it's fucking lying blatantly. I'm gonna keep up with that shit.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
No, you're not. You're gonna be like, what was that show I was watching last month?
You gonna let me finish? No,
nigga.
Oh, okay.
What we talking about now?
All right. So look, the shows. This is what I miss about that whole thing. With these types of shows coming out once a week, we can have a conversation about it, and everybody's on an even keel. When the shows would drop on Netflix, they'd be like, "Hey, a whole season of Orange Is the New Black came out today." It's people with no job that would watch that shit and in 2 days be able to tell you what happened at the end of the season.
Spoil the whole show.
I hate that shit. The spoiler nigga is the worst type ever, especially the ones that want to talk about a show and then get mad when you spoil the other show that they watch. So with this type of thing, we got a whole week. Like I said, I don't want to talk about episode 5 because it just came on yesterday or whatever, and I just saw it.
Exactly.
I would not want to be in that chair and then listening to one of my favorite shows and they're talking about it. And I'm like, well, shit, I had to work a late shift. It's not my fault.
Exactly.
So with the way that they're doing it now, all right, I'm going to talk to you about it a couple days after, or I can at least be like, we're all right there and we can talk about it. What, Wario?
I think it's funny how everybody was like, "Oh man, Netflix! I can get all my shows right the fuck now. It's just fucking hard. I could go and binge watch some whole shit over a weekend if I want to." And now y'all niggas is like, "It's a great idea to drop the shit every week, just like old syndicated TV used to be." What the fuck?
I think there's a balance to it.
Sense.
No, I think there's a balance to it. I like old shit.
We got away from this shit. We got away from this shit. This was something that we did not want anymore, and now y'all all saying you want it again.
I think that they do certain shows like that because they don't have a full season done. Like maybe
so you don't think The Boys is done?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe they do that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they did like 6, and if they drop them week to week, they'll be done with 7 and 8. You know what I'm saying?
And they just everything else is in post production.
Because how weird would it be if they dropped 6 and it was like, we got 2 more? Like, no, because y'all still working on them shits.
That would make more sense.
No, it wouldn't.
It would.
But look,
if
now,
they were still trying to finish it up, like if they were still trying to finish up the rest of the season, it would make sense for them to say, okay, we're gonna switch gears this time. We've been waiting. People have said that they want to see this show, and we pushed this shit back a few times now. It's been over a year. We gotta do something.
But is you waiting a week enough for you to be like, man, I hate the way they're doing this. I'm not watching The Boys anymore. Hell no.
If it was,
you gonna be there next week.
Let me tell you how I do it. Let me tell you how I do it. Like just like when I tape The Walking Dead, I don't watch that shit if I tape it on Thursday night. I don't watch that shit Friday or Saturday. I'll wait like fucking maybe if I'll forget about it and go to my DVR and be like, oh, I got like 5 of these I go watch. Boom. And I watch 5 of them.
And at that point, now Akil and KC and myself then maybe told you some shit because you chose to wait. So
okay, so let's talk about 5 since it's out already. What the fuck?
What they're trying to create, I know where you're coming from, but they're trying to create tune-in television. Like HBO is the king of doing that. Where you tune in every Sunday, you watch Lovecraft, or you watch Game of Thrones, or you watch the
Sopranos. They did all of Game of Thrones like that. All of it.
Right.
They want that. They unfortunately
you don't expect that from HBO. You don't expect that from a streaming service like fucking Netflix or Prime, which is what they are. They are
That's what I'm saying. I want 2. I want 2. I would personally want 2 a week at the least. You know what I mean? But I get why they're doing it because they still want to be around. Like Netflix ain't doing too good. They look like they're doing great, but they're not doing good. They weren't doing too good for a while because people were doing what we're doing with the whole binging thing. They didn't know that would be how it is. Like everybody would be using each other's password, watching a show on the weekend, and then getting rid of it or getting rid of their free thing. That's not good. That's great for us, but that was not good for.
There's a show on Prime called Netflix versus the World. Y'all should watch that shit. That shit's hard. Okay, it shows how they built the whole shit up and how Blockbuster almost fucking killed them. But then Blockbuster fucked up. It's dope. It's a really fucking dope watch.
Blockbuster
really
fucked up big time.
Remember when Netflix used to come in the mail? That's some old shit right there, man. I feel so old.
Get 2 discs and
go to the grocery store, get some groceries, pick up a movie from Netflix.
I remember when Blockbuster realized they fucked up, Marcus, we were still in Hampton. We were still in Virginia.
Blockbuster?
Yeah, Blockbuster was still open, but Netflix, we started doing that shit. You get up there, you pick your 2-3 discs, drop them out, whatever. Yeah. Blockbuster started doing the same thing. But they were like, you know what? You can come up here, like you could get a movie and in the same day, go in and watch it and then immediately take it back and just get another one.
Yeah, they were doing some crackhead shit. I remember
that. It was like a bootleg version of Netflix.
That's what I don't want to give it away, but that's where they were winning. That's where they started winning. They started having the shit where they had the brick and mortar stores.
It's too late, when
you got the DVD.
Yeah.
Watch the documentary because they even say like,
but from my perspective as a consumer, I was like, I already got this in my house. I don't gotta come outside. You know what I mean? So I was like,
but if you could watch that Netflix movie and go back to Netflix the same day and switch that bitch out for free.
Yeah. Because that's what
they
were
doing. They were trying to sell off games and movies for cheap.
Like TV series. I could go to Blockbuster and get a whole season or something.
Yeah.
And go back home and we was watching it, and then just I'll be right back. Run up street to the store, get the next disc, and we rolling. Netflix still took a day or 2 because it was like snail mail at the time. So they could have won.
Is that still around?
I ain't heard nothing about Gamefly.
Gamefly?
Yeah, Gamefly's still around.
Is it?
It's expensive. It's like $15 for one game.
Just download them. You couldn't download them right like that when GameFly first started.
No, you had to wait in the mail, and it used to take like 2 weeks sometimes.
And even I'm getting away from. I used to be the dude that I wanted a physical copy of every game I had. Mm-hmm. I'm even starting to get away from that, where I'm just like, man, all that shit on the hard drive. I'm cool.
I'm all digital. I'm all digital.
All digital.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I like physical games.
It doesn't take long at all.
Yeah, how long?
The Canadian internet, boy, it's fast, you know.
But no, if I'm getting the PS5, I'm getting the one with the disc though. Keep it just in case. You know what I mean? You never know.
But, anybody here getting a PS5? Xbox people?
I already pre-ordered my PS5.
Yeah.
God damn, y'all niggas balling.
Selling drugs.
You know what? When I think
North Carolina,
like, when you think, okay, these games.
Oh, okay.
We'll
He's the drug dealer in North Carolina, and KC's the chef up north.
But yo, you didn't have that same energy for our parents when they were paying $600 for the consoles back then. All these people online are like, "Oh, these things are so expensive." Now you're an adult; it's a problem.
I didn't have that problem.
When I got Genesis, I was like, I got a Genesis.
That energy.
Yo.
How much was Sega Genesis when it dropped?
It's like $60.
It was not $600.
No. I said 60.
If you convert the money to what it was then to what it is now, I watched the little doc they did on YouTube. They broke it down, GameSpot, and they converted the money that $200-$400 back then to what it is now, and it's like those consoles were like worth $700 today, $800. So one was $1,000.
Genesis was maybe $100, maybe.
You're talking about 3 years later.
No, I think
but I'm just saying, like, I was
talking about day one. We're talking about day one releases. Like
Super Nintendo was 200.
Yeah,
200.
But you're talking 200 back then. 200 back then is not 200 right now. It's a lot more.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Sega Genesis was $189 when they released.
So that money now. I watched the whole little GameSpot doc on this thing, and I'm like, yo, how come now that we're adults, all these people online are like, these things are too expensive. But when we're all kids, we made our parents go out and get those things. So come on.
I wanted a Saturn so bad. So me and Sam were in the mall when the Xbox came. I think it was when the 360 came out.
Yes. Oh,
and we were in the mall,
and
we was fucking. I was like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker, man. I'm gonna get this shit. And I saw how much it was, like $4.99. I was like, oh shit, jeez, $4.99. Do I want to eat or
on an A1C check?
Yo,
you got sell plasma. Like, sell plasma.
I was like, yo, this shit here, I might have to skip over it. I might have to skip over it because I can't do it. I can't spend that much money.
Yeah, PS3 was super expensive. Yeah,
it was $4.99 to $5.99, wasn't it?
Yeah,
$5.99.
Depending on the hard drive you wanted.
Yeah, which one you got? $4.99, $5.99, but
was $2.99. That's all they did at the presentation. Xbox did their presentation, or Sega did their presentation, and then PlayStation came up and they just went $2.99 and just walked away. Everyone was like, $2.99, that's all it's gonna be. Hey, they didn't show no games, they didn't do nothing. I was hoping that's what they were gonna do with the PS5. I was hoping they're just gonna have a presentation and just show a quick $2.99, and then that's it. And let people be like, God damn!
You knew that wasn't gonna be $2.99.
They couldn't. It was like $2.99 and it got a DVD player. All right, that was it.
I don't know if y'all saw now on IGN deals. I think 2 days ago, Target accidentally listed the PS4 controllers for $1. Not PS4, PS5 controllers.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And like my homeboy, his wife saw it, because she values her marriage, so she getting her man a PS5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she went up there and got 2 controllers because she was like, by the time I checked out, that's all that was left. They were like, you can't up it. She tried to up the number. There's only 2, but she like screenshot, $2 that she got $1.98. She got 2 PS5 controllers, right? Mm-hmm. My homeboy hit her up on the line. Was like, they gonna cancel that shit.
Yeah.
And at the time I was like, well, shit, do they have to honor it? Like somebody already went in, they put their money in, all of that shit. They canceled the fuck out of all of them orders, bro. Can you imagine the loss? I guarantee somebody got fired immediately. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think you could sue for that. That's false advertising.
Mm-hmm. Had a situation
you can't just cancel my order.
They put like a whole retraction out and called it good.
I don't give a fuck. Like if I fucking if I screenshot some shit, if Lowe's is selling a fucking lawnmower for fucking $50, it's supposed to be $500, and I fucking screenshot that shit and take it up there like, hey, I want this shit right here, $50. They're like, where the fuck is Reginald?
Exactly.
Now they're gonna sell me that shit because when I bought a grill from this place down the street. I can't remember what it's called. I bought a grill and I screenshot the shit online because like an online deal was however much money. So I'm like, I want to get in there and I get fucked over. So I fucking got there. I placed a little order for it. I printed the shit out and I went up there. The grill was $199. It was supposed to be like $3.99. And I'm like, yo, let me get this. I already pre-purchased it. Here's my screenshot of all my stuff. And the lady was like, wait a minute. Hey Ken, can you go back there and check it? And Ken was like, it says $2.99. I'm like, hey, look here. They gave it to me. They were like, yo, we gotta honor it.
Yep.
So I mean, that sucks. I mean, she probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you probably don't have enough money. You don't have enough money to like sue Sony.
There was a historical.
Take them to Judge Mathis or some shit like that.
I don't know if you guys know about this, but there was a historical video gaming issue like that happened when the Xbox One came out and the PS4 first came out. This dude who works for Best Buy, like in the offices, I don't know if he was high, but he was talking to people on Twitter, and he was like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna give you Black Flag. You just trade in any old 360 game or any old PS3 game, and you can get either Black Flag, the Call of Duty Ghosts." And there was a third one. And people are like, what, for real? And he's like, yeah, man, why not? It's Best Buy. You know, he's just like shooting the shit with people. And people are like, shit, do you care? Are you serious? So like people it blew up overnight, this big thing on the internet. Everybody's like, yo, they're giving away games. Best Buy was like, we are not doing this. People are like, yo, it is too late. The guy who was working for Best Buy Twitter said we could get this. We're coming in the morning. We're trading our games, so we're never shopping at Best Buy again. So there was lines all over Best Buys, all over the States, all over Canada, where people had their old shitty 360 game that they got for free from fucking Forza's, all this shit, and they're trading in for. I traded mine in. I got Ghost, and they're trying to be like, oh, only one game per customer. I'm like, get the fuck. Y'all said I can have whatever game I want. Yeah. So I got Black Flag. I got Ghost. You know what I mean? I was happy. I took those two. I was like, okay, I'm not arguing no more. I got two. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys heard about that. You guys ever
I remember that shit, man. I was mad at you. I was like, sons of bitches in Canada.
You should have ran faster.
Good shit.
You could have been there if you didn't trip.
That was a big issue for Best Buy because they had to give it up. They had to give it up to people. And there was big lines everywhere. That was amazing. You Canadians probably ask so politely for your game. Can I have my games, please, eh? Right now, please. So they had to ship out you know how much millions of dollars they lost on those games? But those games are fantastic, man. They hit harder when you get it for free, you know what I mean?
That Black Flag, man.
Black Flag's a classic. I don't care what nobody says.
That's Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, that's a pirate one.
Them shits fell off after Ezio.
Black Flag was the best one they had.
Black Flag was the best one. Real talk. Yeah. Black Flag was the best one.
They had their moments, but overall, that series like has more bad games than good games now.
Yes.
They started dropping them like every 4 months. It was like, this is Assassin's Creed Jamaica. Like, what's going on?
No, they really had it. Assassin's Creed Trinidad DLC.
Yep. I remember I bought that Trinidad DLC. I was like, oh shit, is he gonna have the accent? And I was swerving in the boat, and he was like, "Woo good!" I was like, "Yes, yes, he's a real Trinity."
You jump off a balcony. He had like a hidden oxtail that would come out of the sleeve. Man, it was wild, man. It was wild.
Hidden roti,
man, doubles. It was doubles
and roti skin.
Yeah, man, Trinidad. Do all Americans think that Caribbeans are Jamaican?
They really do. Wagwan Trinidadian.
Exactly.
Picture a Jamaican assassin jumping off and just dirty whining when he hit the ground.
I remember listening to Jay-Z.
Who does that?
Go ahead, say what you're saying.
Oh no, I got a friend of mine that whose dad is from Trinidad, and I always say like something like, I know your dad's Jamaican and all, but why are you always talking so loud? And he's like, my dad's not Jamaican, he's from Trinidad. I'm like, that's what I said. He's like, no, nigga, it's not the same place. Wow.
He said, that's what I said, bro. Come on now.
I said what I said.
Stella got a groove back around there somewhere.
He probably in the back talking shit. Are you talking shit?
Ain't no classy Jamaican down
there. No classy Jamaican now.
Yes, you think this is what?
As a bad man.
We gotta put some pants on. That's what I tell him, man.
Yeah,
West Indian parents never have pants on. It's always like a dad with a white beater in their
work hard,
their
man.
boxers,
Tree jobs and thing, man.
You say work hard.
Yeah, working hard, man. Trying to relax in your house. Your house is supposed to be your vacation place, man.
Just come back to the crib, take your pants off.
Huh?
Don't even know your daughter got her friends over the house and shit. You walking around in your box.
Yeah, right. They don't pay rent.
Exactly.
You know? They look at you like you did something wrong too. You walk in, seeing them half naked too. They look at you like, hey, this is my out now.
Exactly. Yeah. No one
How do y'all
to
feel?
come in, yeah?
How y'all feel about this movie Tenet that's coming out?
I want to see it, but I don't want to die. So I'm kind of chilling.
Yeah,
right
it ain't
now.
worth my life. I'm trying to see that, but yeah.
That's the only movie that I was looking forward to, like real heavy since like Endgame. I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan.
Me too. Yeah.
And when I heard he was doing it, and then I've been starting to see more and more of John Washington's work. So I was like, all right, I'm really feeling the way this cat be coming off on screen. And then with Nolan, I was like, this is going to be another masterpiece up there with Inception. So when the movie theater thing shut down, I was kind of bummed. I was real excited about this one.
And it bummed me out even more because they had the date like, oh, it's coming into theaters this day and that day. I'm like, okay, cool. COVID.
The date was
done.
A flip. Like it was.
So we gonna see. Yeah, and I'll talk about that genius thing about it. I didn't see the movie, but the date kept breaking my heart because I'd be getting hopes up like, all right, they know COVID's about to be done. So we're gonna see. No, it's pushed back.
This one's gonna work.
COVID's still going on. You know what I mean? So, but with the date being in July, in the middle of the year of 2020, a mirror image time of what's going on right now, I think that's what Nolan's going for in the movie. Yeah, he put the movie in the middle of 2020. You know what I mean? So
I'm just a fan of the way he puts his movies together.
In the way he edits them
bad
with time.
script work with the way that he directs. Like The Dark Knight Rises was not great, but his direction of it was great.
Yeah, that definitely got shaky.
I mean, do you understand what's happening when you watch this fucking trailer?
No, and I didn't understand Inception either, and it ended up being one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, and I'm glad I don't understand. I didn't want to see the trailer.
The same with Interstellar. Interstellar's ending is like, I got to watch this movie again because what the fuck is you talking about?
That shit lost me, man. I tried to watch it twice, and I was like, maybe I should watch it high.
Yeah, it's
and that still didn't help.
Love's the answer. And honestly, me being a big fan of Nolan is not going to give me I'm going to give him a pass. That was a cop-out because you didn't even know how to end this shit. I guarantee it. Probably. They was probably sitting
but
around
I just took it to like
good, but what the fuck?
It's like music. Like songs have that type of theme to it, and he made a movie that has that theme to it, like the Beatles. Like he just took that. Loves the answer. But it is a cop-out kind of answer, but that's what I gathered from
the Space Odyssey survival. Like we got to figure this out. I'm a sucker for those types of movies. But he directed it so beautifully. I was like, this shit is great.
Marcus said, fuck yo, I gotta pee.
Marcus said, I saw the movie already. I'm out of here. Before I spoil it, let me just.
Marcus like, I gotta take a piss.
Get the hell out. Yeah. But I'm excited to see Tenet. I do really want to go see it. The theaters here, they're separating everybody a lot. I think they're only letting like 8 people in the theater at a time, and they're sitting in one corner, you're sitting in another corner. Yeah, but you're in an enclosed area still, so I can't do it. I gotta wait for the ski mask to come out, and then I'll buy it for real.
Yeah, I'm not going to the theater, man. I miss the theater experience.
Me too,
but it's not worth it. From like I still don't go to the mall. I
haven't been to the mall.
And I mean, well, granted, right now it's closed, but they have certain parts of it open. The Anchor stores is open. I was like, I'm not going to places where people are congregating. And if everybody would do that, we could be watching Tenet right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And in theaters, there's always that one random person who's just coughing like. You know what I mean? I don't know if you noticed that, but in the movie theaters, there's always that one person that's
a deadly cough now. Man.
Yeah, that's why I ain't trying to
clear the building.
I ain't trying to be in no room with somebody that just does that random cough. Whether it's corner in the throat or anything, I don't know, man. I'm not chancing that. So
put it on video on demand, man. I'm sorry, like just take that.
There's certain movies that Wonder Woman, Black Widow. Certain movies, these studios know this is too big for me to take the risk of dropping it at home and nobody gets it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers got to be right. So I completely get them holding on to this one. There's a lot of movies in the can. Wonder Woman's done. You know what I'm saying?
A Quiet Place 2 is done. Like so many movies are done. Candyman done.
Those should drop digital, man.
We're not going to see them until this pandemic is over. So yeah.
I feel like certain movies, if they think it's shaky, they put it out there like Mulan, Artemis Fowl. There's talks that Antebellum that just came out. They're saying that movie is kind of shaky. So we'll see.
Yeah, soon enough, people are just gonna leak those digital files. Trust me, the creators want their work out.
I don't even want to watch.
It's gonna
I don't want to watch Tenet like that.
Yeah,
I've gotten away from the bootleg movie. I used to be the dude to be like, hey man, you got that new such and such. I can't do it. Because what I realize is like when you watch it on a bootleg and it's not as sharp and everything else, it just takes away from it. So it might skew how you actually feel about the movie when you see it the way the director intended you to see it.
Yeah.
So I really don't do that no more.
I do kind of miss the bootlegs though, like going to New York City and getting the movies from the Africans on the concrete. You know what I mean? I do miss that though. I remember it's Jurassic Park 2. That was probably the last bootleg when I was like, I'm done with this, man. At the end of the movie, when the credits started rolling, somebody walked up to the camera. It's like, what the fuck? And it just turned off. I'm like, oh shit, what's that? So,
see, I saw Star Wars Episode 3 like that.
Yeah, bootleg.
And I was like, oh, this is just ruined. I only saw the first 20 minutes of it, and I was like, this is killing it for me because I hate it. Then I waited and saw it and was like, okay, it's still terrible. So whatever.
I saw like a West Indian bootleg copy of Riddick, and it's the best. like the crowd reaction, like when you put the goggles on, the crowd's like, "Oh God!" Or like any big fight scene, they're like, "Yeah, the Vin Diesel, he's a bad man."
Yeah, but the bootleg.
Oh, we got Marcus back.
Yeah, he's back.
I don't know what happened. Kicked me out of the meeting.
Oh shit! Are you still recording on your end with the next?
Everything's still good. Everything's still good.
Okay, perfect.
Y'all want to jump on the last topic real quick? Talk about Lovecraft Country because there's a lot to discuss with that show there.
Oh shit!
Oh hell!
Tell me which episodes you guys seen up to.
I've only seen up to 2. I have no problem taking my headphones off while y'all talk about it. And let me tell y'all too, it's fresh for me because I saw both episodes today. I got up this morning and was like, let me get on this Lovecraft.
Oh, you watched 2 today?
Yeah, I watched them back to back, and I have been hearing all my friends be like, "Dog, like if you love the Watchmen, you got to check this out. It's woke as fuck." I call it Stranger Things because it's a black Stranger Things.
It is.
So that's what I've been calling it. It's Stranger Things.
What do you think of the episodes? What do you think of the 2 episodes?
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and this is real unpopular to say as a black man. I am extremely desensitized to the plight of the black man in the 50s type of TV show. We talked about that on our old pod. We was talking about Harriet. Like, I'm just tired of seeing the black slave. Oh, we had to sit in the diner. I'm like, y'all paying these diners a lot to reenact this scene in 2020. Y'all been doing this shit forever. So when it first came on, I was like, we doing this again? That was my first thought.
Yeah.
Then this monster that only eat white people pops up. And I was like, oh shit, we got a show, goddammit. Like, what's going on here? Get a black man a flashlight. We gonna ride. Like, yeah, it went from and it happened fast too, because it was like we going from town to town and this and that. Looking at Juiciette Smouye, not a bad look. You know. But yeah, at first I was like, this is real rudimentary. And then as soon as it kicked off, it kicked off.
Yeah.
The only reason we stopped watching it at episode 2 is because we doing this. So yeah, I'm on board. I'm all the way on board now.
It takes some turns, man. It takes some turns. It's good though. It's a fun ride.
I like this. Definitely, it's different, and this is not something. It's almost like some Tales from the Hood shit.
Yeah.
When you watch it, see like this is a different like take on black cinema. Like we haven't seen anything like this before. Like in a Stranger Things type of fantasy world where there's a lot of different shit going on, a lot of messaging going on, and you're like, hold on a second, this is kind of different. But HBO is really good at fucking. You're not gonna find a lot of bad shows on HBO. Like they know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
I wish you guys were so caught up because episode 5 and 3.
I saw 3.
3 is my favorite episode. I wish Sam watched it. There's a lot of Easter eggs that I enjoyed in that episode.
That was with the house, right?
Yeah, it's the house episode. So what I like about that show, it's a continuing story, but it feels like an anthology. So like every episode's kind of like what's the monster of the week or what's the freaky creature or situation of the week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Each episode feels like a separate movie.
And that's what I got from the 2 I saw was it feels like I hate when all my questions get answered too fast. Like this is the type of show that it would have been real easy for them.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn!
This
died.
is everything that's happening. Now
we missed what you said there. You just froze for a second. You said this is the type of.
They could have very easily like made it seem, gave all the exposition at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then been like, all right, now we rolling. I have no idea what's going on still.
Good.
Yeah. I have to watch the first episode twice.
I'm gonna probably have to rewatch the second one.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot going on with the, it feels very much like these white people are trying to steal a legacy that isn't theirs.
Yeah, episode 2 felt like a finale to me. I wasn't really a fan of episode 2.
Yeah, when it ended, I was like, okay, this kind of seems like a good spot because it wasn't a definitive cliffhanger. So yeah, this is gonna be one of them shows that, like the water cooler thing we talking about, man, where you just talk about it week to week. Like I'll probably be caught up by tomorrow night for sure, because it's I'm not gonna be able to turn it off when I start it again.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying the show. I'm just scared that I want to see what's gonna happen because I don't like when these TV shows are doing what they see as trendy right now. Black people's problems, you know what I mean? So I don't want it to just be that. I hope that it continues on what it's doing and is great because
I don't see how much further it can go. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
I just like with a show like this, I don't know how far this storyline is going to be interesting. Like how far can you take this? Take a show like this that has so much buried into it. And keep it compelling.
They seem to be following the book, though. I'm sorry, I want to talk over it.
No, I already know there was a book. There's a book.
Yeah, there's a book. So it's 8 chapters, and we're getting 8 episodes. So each hour is literally a chapter in the book that we're getting. Now, they have made some differences with some characters, and they have, derived different things in the story. They've changed a couple things, but other than that, it's pretty on point with the book.
So it's a one-off? It's
one book. It's one book.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's going to be a one-off season because the writer, they're talking to him like, hey, do you have any other stories?
They finna Lord of the Rings that nigga.
Yeah, they're like, do you have any, some future stories for Atticus? So, it is what it is. I just hope they don't pull
another book, nigga. We gotta keep getting this bread. Write another book.
It's a white writer too that wrote the book, but
that's what scares me about this.
It's adapted by Jordan Peele.
I don't want to say that, but yeah, that's what scares me about this, man. I don't know if he, he's gonna end.
It seems like he did his research from what I read when I was reading the book. Like he was going into details about the Negro Traveler's Guide. That's part of episode 1, and in the first chapter they go into detail of the Negro Traveler's Guide, like. One of the stories that they changed in the first episode was it's a guy named Victor who went out to the sundown town who met the sheriff, and the sheriff told him, "Oh, you need to get the fuck out of here by 7 o'clock." That didn't happen to the main characters in the story. That happened to somebody that would go out and travel and write these stories down for his uncle who was in charge of the Negro Traveler's Guide. So he had like a team of people that will travel, be like, don't go here, don't go there. Like they'll risk their lives to bring back that information of where to travel, where not to travel.
This is where you do go, yeah.
I ain't doing that shit.
I know exactly. You can't pay me for that to get lynched.
It's like the Michelin dinner places. Like it has a Michelin, Michelin Tylers. They started out making they had a book of all the top restaurants in different parts of America, and then it's spread out to the world now. It's similar to that.
Nah,
I ain't doing that job.
I'm not doing it. Like we're sending you to Alabama. You're like,
no, I'm good right here though. I know we could be right here.
I know I
could be right here.
Yeah, that's a brave thing, man. That's
Akil in the sundown state. Remember?
I am. I'm in the sundown town right now.
Jeez.
He was like, I ain't going out to that statue.
Hell no. I was actually there today, man. I got flipped off just for driving. The white man just looked at me. He's like, that nigga look too happy. Fuck you, man.
Tell you what, boy.
It's like this nigga look too happy in life.
Nah, that's but the show is dope. I hope they don't pull a Watchmen. I hope we do get more of that. But it looks pretty cool, man. I like the cast. The cast is fucking. I like the cast. Cast is good. Yeah.
One thing they did, I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but they changed the sexuality of a character randomly. It's not even in the book. How do y'all feel about when they do that in shows?
The Lafayette dude?
No, it's somebody you don't expect. I'm not gonna go into details.
Remember in the first episode, it was a dude getting some head in the alley. So
yes, they'll circle back to that, but you don't expect it. So my thing is, do you guys feel like it's pandering sometimes when they do that in the show? Like, let's make sure we check this box and check that box. And check
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's in the same vein of, hey, I got this gauntlet. You just drove through a spaceship. I don't know how you're going to get through all of that. She's got help. Shut up, Okoye. We don't need your spear right now. We just don't. Yeah, a character doesn't need to be there and be gay for gay's sake if it ain't a part of the story. So yes, that has always bothered me. I think we talked about it recently. There's been a couple of instances of that, just about in everything now. You'll just see some dudes kiss for no reason, or you'll see some girls kiss for no reason. Hell, they did the shit in Cobra Kai.
It was random.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, she's gay. She's all right, whatever.
My thing is when it doesn't even add to the character's like development. Like he'd be like, all right, I'm about to leave, but first let me say bye to my husband before I leave, y'all. All right, peace. They're like, oh, check that box. You know, we made that mention.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. Like in Cobra Kai, like, and I'm not to give away nothing if you ain't seen it, but it's like a dude tries to hit on a girl. Girl is like, no, I like girls. But she could have just said no to him, and it would have had the exact same impact in the story because it wasn't like some main characters. But we got to show her gay and then show her kissing.
Yep.
So it's like, come on, man. Yeah.
Did you guys find anything wrong with that in Endgame?
Oh, they talk about that in The Boys. If y'all caught up, the whole women's scene.
Yeah,
controversial.
No. Leave that alone. Let them see it.
No. I mean, at the beginning of Endgame, when
when they're at the
Rogers,
talking in the room, like
Rogers talking with Russo. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was disingenuous, man. It was cheap.
It was cheap. Just like the Okoye scene where she's like she's got help. And it's just all the women walking. It was like, come on, you guys are just pandering to an audience to be able to get more money from them.
And they tried to mask it like it was, oh, we're introducing the A team and all of that.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. It was the V team, and we all saw it.
And it was the real intentions. The Black Widow movie would be that team. Like it would be something of that team. The way you get what I'm saying, but it's not. So clearly they just threw that in there last minute. Like, it'd be really good, and they're just with their whiteboard, like, let's just do this. You know what I'm saying? So it was cheap.
Marvel's been mishandling their female characters, man. Like, I feel like DC puts a better spotlight on like Wonder Woman, while Marvel's like, all right, Black Widow, go do your little thing in the back over there. Like,
well, DC only got like two that we care about:
Wonder Woman and Supergirl, I guess. Sometimes
maybe
Power Woman.
Ain't nobody going to the Cheetah movie. Like that's so it's different. But like Marvel has a much bigger roster of females that could be dope, and they choose to put them in these back, putting a back
supporting roles
type of shit. Yeah. So
like who else?
Well, they got they just casted She-Hulk recently. But that's gonna be
gonna act like y'all give a fuck about She-Hulk.
I do give a fuck about She-Hulk. She's a lawyer. She's a lot of things.
I'm just mad it's not.
Nigga said she's a lawyer.
She's a lot of things. She's a lawyer. She does.
She's a Hulk.
She does stunt work. She's a Hulk. She's a Hulk's cousin. I thought they were gonna do a woman of color and be like, the Hulk.
She's gonna be a color.
She's gonna color green, but I thought the Hulk was gonna have like some black in his family, like Sanaa Lathan.
Marvel's made with Black Widow. They did a cheap job.
Sanaa Lathan.
That
would have been terrible.
That would have been funny.
God. That would have been terrible.
Black Widow. Play me for your hearts.
She'd be like, "You wouldn't like me if I'm angry." Loving basketball.
Gabrielle Union or somebody showing her teeth to everybody and shit.
You damn right. She gonna gum you to death.
Yeah. With Black Widow though, her relationship with Iron Man kind of died off and nobody even noticed. Remember,
Iron Man was trying to grease her the first time he met her.
That was their first. Her introduction was him and their relationship, and it wasn't
a relationship. It was Tony Stark being like, "Who this bitch?"
He's like, "Shit." Let me find out.
But I'm just saying, that's how she came into the whole movie, was through his movie, and they didn't end that off at all. They were just like, "Yeah, whatever."
Then she started fucking Captain Rogers. And then the Hulk came back. Banner came back and was like, "Hey." So, and Captain Rogers was like, "It's good to see you again."
My thing with the Marvel movies, I always wondered, like, I can only imagine the things Pepper Potts walked in on at Tony Stark's house, like the threesomes and all the crazy. And she still married him.
Oh yeah.
All the sticky sheets she washed, all the hard socks.
Money, man.
That she scrubbed.
Not all the hard socks.
All the hard socks and wet sheets.
Starch socks.
And she's like, "You know what? I'm still gonna marry him. He's rich." That's the power of money.
He made me CEO. I gotta marry this motherfucker.
Exactly. She looked past all his flaws. That's 50 Shades free. He did that 50 Shades of Dark before it was a thing. He gave you 50 Shades of Stark. Y'all ain't woke enough for that shit.
Bars.
Right. Y'all ain't woke enough for that. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that, man.
Easy on them. Easy on them.
I gotta go easy. They ain't ready for that, man. Stark changed her life, man.
Yeah, he did.
He upgraded her. She was a assistant cleaning his drawers. Now she's CEO. Have her own armor.
Yeah,
it's not as good as his, but he gave her armor.
She got that WAP. He was like, okay.
that white ass pussy.
That pot's ass pussy.
You can get your own suit, bitch.
Yo, since she had a suit, how come she ain't out here like saving the day? She's just like, nah, only on the weekends. Like, how come we don't see her? Like, we saw her in Endgame with the suit on, but like, shouldn't she be patrolling New York?
She's a busy woman, man. She's a CEO. Man. She's a mother. Okay, she's a homemaker also. All right, and
she don't give a fuck.
She's a pillar to the community.
You know, Jarvis do all the cooking. She ain't cooking.
Now it's Friday now. You know.
Oh, yeah. Friday. Okay, Friday doing all the cooking. She ain't cooking.
Jarvis got the top half of his head pulled out, so he ain't cooking nothing. Twice. Hey. They did him so dirt, man.
They made
him look so vulnerable and powerless. I was
they had him die twice.
Not my vision.
Wait.
Hey, his girl killed him. No, he got shanked. Then his girl killed him. Then Thanos killed him.
Wait, why did he come back?
He reversed the stone to pull it out of his head and kill him again.
And
remember?
He killed him before he did the snap, so he couldn't come back.
So it was everybody from the snap, not everybody that he had. All right, I got you.
Yeah, that nigga died twice.
So, like, if you was a Wakandan in that big battle and you died on the first battlefield, your ass gone.
Damn.
So if you got shot right before the snap, like you're like, oh shit, nigga.
Yeah, then the snap comes and all these bullshit. People come back. And then somebody says, where is Intunde? And they be like, hey, he died fast.
What if you're slowly dying and you're snapped, so you come back, but you still got that?
Like, oh shit!
Yeah, that's hard. You're like, I'm back. Oh my god, I'm bleeding out still.
The shit burns still.
Everybody come back all happy, and you lay it on the ground. Medic,
hey,
help me! Help! Snap me back.
And they go, ooh, shit! Somebody come in and put
I'd be mad as hell, man.
Yeah.
Oh
God
man.
Damn.
What else we got?
Y'all want to call that a pod?
Yeah.
No, I got one more. I got one more question. We can get this out of the way. I got one more question.
All right.
What you got?
Take your time.
I got one. All right. So came across a little conversation that I saw on the timeline, and it was basically posed like this. Post all the women. If you were a guy for a day, if you woke up and you were a man today, what's the first thing that you would do? 90% of the women said, I would go out and I would get some pussy.
They all turned into Harvey Weinstein, like, I'm going to take it. They're going to swallow on it and slob. I was like, damn, y'all some rapists.
I found that funny because I'm like, oh, y'all think it's that easy?
It's just on the side of the street just waiting for you.
I'm gonna just go get me some.
To just get up with a dick and go get some ass? With your brand new dick having ass? I think that would be a great thing to happen to women. So y'all would know like how much of a pain in the ass it can be to just simply have a conversation that leads to maybe getting laid.
They're gonna be busting all quick, all the damn. They're gonna be they're walking and busting. Oh shit! I ain't used to that. Oh.
Yep, and they will find out the gift and the curse. You know what's funny about it, dog? That I saw. It's funny you made that observation. I thought it was interesting because all they tell us is that we need to stop thinking with our dicks.
Yeah.
As soon as we gave them one,
hypothetically,
they were like, "I got to put this somewhere." That was the first thing they came to.
That's hypothetical dick gotta go somewhere.
I'm gonna go get some WAP. Do you think it's that easy to fuck y'all?
Do y'all think that it's that easy to find one that's wet?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Woo.
I'm like, come on now, you know you're sitting there fucking tepid. Like, don't do that to me.
They're about to get that dap, that dry ass palms. They're gonna be jacking.
Yep. I'd be like, all y'all gonna do is play with it because it's the easier option. Like you're not just gonna go outside.
10 minutes in.
Like what? Okay,
10 minutes in, they're beating off.
You got a dick now. Now get on a dating app and figure that out. Figure that whole conversation out.
They're gonna be having conversation. Dick just get hard for no reason. They ain't gonna know what to do with it.
They're gonna cry by the end of the day.
Just sing his mind if it's
hard. Like, this life is as hard as my dick right now.
Hey, they gonna fuck around and jerk off for the first time. Then as soon as they come, feel bad about it. Like, oh,
ain't nobody complimenting them for nothing. And you're gonna be like, what the fuck? This guy just flipped me off for no reason. Being a guy is gonna be much different for them. It's gonna be
people ain't holding the doors for him and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That whole shit would change. You wake up.
That just shows their perspective on us. Whoever said they would first thing to do is get pussy if they're a man.
Like, damn near
life
all
is
of
just
them.
so
how
easy.
shallow those girls are, man.
Life is just
they
so
do the
easy
same thing. They just don't want to admit it because they do it already, and it's okay.
Exactly.
They already have the pick. Women can pick and choose and do whatever they want. They always say all the time, women sleep with, who they want to. Men sleep with who they can.
Yeah,
that's what women say all the time. But as soon as you put a penis on them, they always like, oh, I'm about to get all these bitches. Like,
them girls about to Me Too the shit out of each other. That's what it sounds like. It's gonna be a circle of Me Too. She whipped out her dick on her. She didn't know what to do. It's gonna be a bunch of
like that meme with Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's when you're gonna find out which ones is really about that life. Be like, you've been wanting to fuck your friend for years, huh?
First thing you did was call Allison.
They gonna be mad as hell. They friend gonna whip their titty out and touch them. They go, oh shit, skeeted. And then you gotta go home with the lazy doodle.
They're gonna be sending dick pictures head on and shit because they don't know how to take it.
Oh man.
They're like, what is this?
They gonna try to pee with the hard dick and pee all over their damn bathroom on the damn counter.
Being a dude, like, see, here's the thing about being a woman. You get away with so much shit you don't even know because you've been a woman for so long. As a man, we're so aware of the shit that we don't get away with. You can't wake up a man and then just fucking go out and act like you like with the female tendencies of expectation, right? Expecting a man to do things for you, expecting people to kind of bend to your certain whims, but with the way you might feel. Because women can change the mood of a room just by getting a little loud with somebody. Like, you ever be at a party and everybody's kind of chilling or whatever, and then you hear one woman say, I said, don't touch me. It ain't got to be loud.
Everybody is like,
oh shit.
Oh shit.
You know that meme of SpongeBob where he's like waiting to see what's going to go on?
Yo.
At that, every dude goes on high alert. And all of them go on high alert for different reasons too. Because it's probably one dude that hears that and is like, ooh, I can jump in there and be save a hoe.
Oh,
Another,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
90% of the men in the room are looking out for her safety, but it's a couple vultures in there. But that
the hands together like birds.
Yeah. Oh, this is about to go down. But yeah, Marcus, this shit right there, all of us is immediately, the party might be over when you hear that. Yeah. It might be.
That's what I'm saying, though. Yeah. If you're a woman, you wake up with a dick, you still got those same tendencies in your mind because you know what it's like to be a man. So you walking around with the female tendencies of saying what the fuck you want to say to certain people. But as a dude, you can't just, like, if you're a girl with a new dick and you're in the fucking Kroger, you're in Kroger and you looking at a motherfucker like, you like, yeah, she got a fatty. I think the first lay I want to have with my new dick is her. You looking at her, I fucking her. She like, nigga, the fuck is you looking at?
Exactly.
Like, wait, I thought you were beautiful. No, you're fucking harassing me, security. And now you and your new dick is in jail and you got a new nigga fucking you in your ass, and that's it for you. That's how your day ends in fucking county.
She got her dick fresh off the lot and don't even know what to do with it.
Brand new dick, fucking you a virgin. Well, until you get to county.
Now you said dude with female. Okay, so what if you're a gay man? You have female tendencies. And you try that shit at the party.
No, nobody cares.
Controversial, exactly, because you're still a man.
Yeah.
Unless people say, "Oh, this nigga might have a gun." That's my second. That's gonna be my second. This nigga might shoot somebody. So I'm
the gay dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a gay dude shoot somebody?
Yes, nigga. We had one at my school. I'll tell y'all a story. We had a nigga at my school when I was in college. he went by the name J.A.P.A.N. It stood for just a pretty ass nigga. I never called him J.A.P.A.N. I was like, nigga, your name is Charles.
Tried to trick y'all with the
He's like, my name J.A.P.A.N. I was like, okay, whatever. This nigga always had a gun on him. Nigga named
my name is my name.
Nigga named J.A.P.A.N. Just a pretty ass nigga was his name.
You didn't have a katana?
North Carolina, baby.
This nigga said his name.
His name was J.A.P.A.N. His name was an acronym. Just a pretty ass nigga was his name. And he always had a knife and a gun on him. You don't run up on J.A.P.A.N.
Nah, I feel you.
Because if he said, what you about to do? If he said some shit like that, you hear the clapping? J.A.P.A.N. gonna shoot you or cut you.
Oh my God.
How's he on campus with a gun?
Man, campus was wild. We didn't have campus security back in the day.
What school did you go to?
WSSU. Back in the day, you could set up a meeting like, oh, I'm gonna sell my Jordans or whatever, and you'll meet a nigga in the parking lot and they'll beat you up and rob you.
Damn, you was on a Navy ship? What do you say? The WSSU?
The Winston-Salem State University, HBCU.
Straight up.
Right off of MLK, so like the crackheads would get lost and accidentally walk on campus with a book bag, empty book bag, pretend to be a college student.
Oh, nigga, they weren't lost.
The local ass niggas like, where the freshman girls at? Like, I'll be like, nigga, what class you going to? Math. You like, what math, nigga? You local ass nigga, get out of here, man.
I'm going to math 101.
I'm going to math. No, nigga. Yeah, they used to hire like convicts and shit to work in the CAF. That was like a second chance program. And them niggas would walk around the yard with empty ass book bags, pretending to be students, preying on young girls. So real R. Kelly culture.
Hell no.
But you don't fuck with J.A.P.A.N. because that nigga was on the yard and he had a gun and a knife on him. And when he start the clapping, he'll start to clap with the guns too. J.A.P.A.N. is that nigga. Leave him fuck alone.
All right. Well, hopefully
J.A.P.A.N. clap everything.
Right.
He clap, you beat you up and clap them cheeks. Stay away from J.A.P.A.N.
Bruh, I saw a meme the other day. It said my biggest fear is catching my girl cheating. Then the nigga beat me up.
Hey man, them gay gangsters is scary. Cause I remember this dude was arguing with him, and the dude said, "Man, fuck you, J.A.P.A.N." He said, "Nigga, you wish." I said, "Oh shit, J.A.P.A.N. about to get him. J.A.P.A.N. about to get him. J.A.P.A.N's on the campus, boy. Campus alert. Run away, boy. J.A.P.A.N. out here in these streets."
Oh man,
you don't ever want that kind of pride. I remember when I saw Training Day. I've never been more afraid for a character in my life. Remember when Hoyt jumped out the car because he stopped that girl from getting raped?
Yeah.
And while he was stopping her, the other dude jumped up and said, "I'ma fuck you too." I was like, yo,
what kind of movie is this?
What is happening? Right, this alley is about to get really real. Like,
gay gangsters out here in these streets, man.
I thought you were talking about the old push your shit in dude.
Oh no,
the Buddy Warrior.
Before that,
put him in the bathtub.
They kept it going with that.
That was scary. He was like, "You ever had your shit pushed in?" It's like, "Yeah, I said, yeah, everybody had their shit pushed in. Everybody." I'm like, "Oh,
I had never heard this
sentence.
Never
That'd
heard
be the niggas that go to jail on
right
purpose, man. They just be shoplifting so they can see their boyfriend. Like, I did it again, y'all. Go to jail.
Not me.
You got me, officer. Like, oh, there he goes again.
Hey, they over at the metal detector before you leave the store with the purse. Like, come on, goddamn, go on. It's me. It's me. Send me back to Fulton County. I'm cool. I'm ready
in
to
there
go.
still. Go see Almond.
But,
go see Almond.
They ended up locking down my school like a fortress now because them local niggas and niggas like J.A.P.A.N, man. They got all types of
like
gates,
J.A.P.A.N.
all types of gates and campus police everywhere. You can't just walk around.
J.A.P.A.N gonna find him.
Oh, fuck he ain't. Yo. I'm gonna hide.
Nah,
I had one try to get me one time when I was in college. Let me tell y'all something. Quick story for y'all. I was supposed to do this group project, and this dude, he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, Akil." I was like, "Yeah, what's up? I'm doing a group project. What you want? You trying to come over and watch the Beyonce experience?" I said, "Oh, nigga, what the fuck?" I was like, "That sound kind of different." Nah, I ain't trying to do that.
That sound kind of different.
I sound kind of, I don't know, gay or something. I was like, "What's up with that?" He's like, "What's wrong with that, bro? You trying to watch the Beyonce experience?" I said, "Nope, I'm good." Saw him the next day on the yard with J.A.P.A.N. Nigga just looked at me. I had to go ghost for about a month, man. I thought them niggas were about to put a hit on my cheeks. I had to disappear. It was real out here on the yard, man.
No, it sounds like Japan was running the yard.
Yeah.
That nigga was running the yard, bro.
He was teabag from Prison Break.
From 06 to 07, that nigga was running the yard, bro.
I know he was running the yard. The fact that you're calling him by Japan and not his actual name.
I don't know the nigga name. It's like Charles. The nigga named Charles or something. I don't know.
He's still notorious.
Yeah, you should have been calling him Charles this whole time. You're giving him the Japan name.
Yeah. I don't know the nigga name, man. And you don't want to correct him because you risked that cut or that shot.
That's probably when you started going by Akil. He was going around the yard looking for Gregory.
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, I had to switch it up.
Changed his whole shit up. He had to get a whole new identity.
Gregory, that nigga dead. That nigga gone. I don't know about no Gregory. Him gone.
Backwards.
Yeah, like this is Akil.
I'll kill a nigga.
Yeah,
Tell all your friends.
Gregory
sound hard. That's what
I don't know that. Him gone.
Him gone.
Oh, and he had these lesbian bodyguards. He had one named Six. She was about 4'11". Had a strap on her too. She was ready. And I ain't talking about no gun. I'm talking about strap on.
A dildo?
Yeah, strap on. Yeah. She had all the baddies, and she could fight.
You fought her?
I ain't fight her, but I saw her punch somebody's kneecap one time, and they just buckled forward. I was like, "Oh shit, this nigga's strong."
Who the fuck is she? Jean-Claude Van Damme? Maybe he would do the splits and hit people with fucking these shit. Like, yo.
The yard was wild, man.
Never mind.
We were wild out here in these yards,
wild,
man.
He had a whole nother college experience.
My college experience was great, man.
Stomp the yard ass.
We even have a lot of that, man. We had like fake modeling troops.
Japan,
and these motherfuckers,
known.
And that nigga was like one of the leaders of the modeling troops, and they'll have like model offs. Like they'll say some shit like you'll be eating your food, and you'll just see a nigga stand up and be like, "Freeze!" And the niggas will just start posing and freezing in the middle of lunch. And it'll be like a model battle. And I'm just trying to eat my food, and these niggas having like intense model battles.
The hell?
That's what they do at black schools. It was like a beef thing. And they would like, what nigga, what squad you with? They'd be like, I'm with Epiphany. Oh, nigga, I'm with the music squad. And that's like, they model beefing.
Grow up, do some homework.
I don't know if they do that at all black colleges, but that was like a real beef thing. On our yard.
That sounds like some drag race type of shit you had going on.
That's some damn College Hill BET shit going on. That's what we had going on. Sam, you remember College Hill?
Oh my God. Yeah, man. One of the cats that was on College Hill is a comedian out here. And that's like still his claim to fame.
I was trying to audition for that shit, man.
We was at a comedy store, and they was like, anything you want us to say for you before you come up on stage? He's like, yeah, tell him I was on College Hill. Everybody turned around like, you want us to tell him that?
Like, sure? Oh, man. That shit was great. That was on BT, right?
Yeah, man. Our dean shut that shit down. He's like, yeah, we got enough bullshit going on the yard. He's like, we got niggas named J.A.P.A.N running the streets. We can't be having cameras out here.
I wonder if that's still out there to be streamed.
They shut that shit down quickly at my school.
It's probably on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
It's on BET Plus. You gotta pay extra for that shit.
Hell no.
They shouldn't have a BET Plus, but it's all good.
It really shouldn't be. It should just be BET for free. It should be like Crackle.
Oh shit.
Oh, that shit EBT.
What else we got, man? What else we got?
That was it on my
list. That's it for me, man. It's late. It's 10 o'clock. Past my bedtime. I'm old, nigga. I gotta soak my bones, rub some CBD on my knee, take a shower.
Wow.
The youngest guy in the podcast.
Right? I know, right?
Soak my bones.
I want to feed into that bullshit. I was like, man, go ahead, man. All right.
Soak my bones, baby.
Hey, man, this was good, man.
Yeah, this was an absolute pleasure, man. We got to do this again sometime. This was great.
For sure, man.
Absolutely.
Y'all need to come to Canada, but y'all got to get rid of COVID first.
So y'all got passports?
Nigga, we don't have COVID.
Y'all got passports?
He said that like we was both sitting here sick.
Yeah. Nobody's coughing. You the only nigga coughing on the podcast.
And he going to tell us to come to Canada like he in Canada.
Nigga,
I'll be there. I'll be there. Ain't no border gonna stop Akil.
Ain't no what? Oh shit!
Stop me, baby.
I would bet if we were going over the Canadian border right now, if they pull anybody,
I'm gonna be the first one detained. Yeah, already know.
It's gonna be you.
Akil, step to the side.
Nigga, you know me.
He's like y'all niggas do be like exactly. That's why we're making you step to the side.
Mm-hmm.
They probably got me on their wanted list for some shit from J.A.P.A.N in 06 or some shit.
We built a wall and y'all didn't even realize it.
Yeah, Canada really did build a wall, man.
We did it the smart way.
What, quietly?
Yeah. They politely said, "Please don't come back, eh?"
Exactly.
Sorry, eh? But you can't come back here, eh?
Yeah, not till next year.
That's the Canadian law.
One of those dog fences. They just put the shit up so you can't. It's invisible, but they got signs up like, please.
Yeah. I'm sure people are still sneaking in.
Put some shock collars on y'all.
Please respect our territory.
Yeah. But, it's been
like this was fun, man. This was good. This was good.
This was good, man.
Yeah, this was great.
For sure.
Yeah. I thought everybody listening. It's gonna be 2 hours, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, let's let everybody know. Sam, let everybody know where they can reach you in the Illegal Opinion Podcast.
They know me out here. Nah, but for real, we over at Illegal Opinions Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Illegal Opinions Podcast. My personal pages are all at Sam Ridley Comedy. Marcus, go ahead, man.
Yeah, IG J.A.P.A.N 24. Everything else, Legal Opinions on YouTube. Check that shit out.
Yes, sir.
It's fire. Legal Opinions on IG. Check that shit out. It's fire. And that's it, man. I don't really like to do a lot of social media shit. So.
Are you sitting on the chair or are you in the stool this time? Because I remember last time you were on the stool.
I'm always on the stool, man.
This nigga don't want nothing touching his back.
Nothing.
He wants to be leaning.
I don't want to. If I feel I'm paranoid, nigga, I got PTSD. Something coming behind me, I gotta start shooting. Cuz
I'm gonna send J.A.P.A.N after you. Sneak up behind you.
I'm gonna fuck you and J.A.P.A.N up.
I'm glad you finished that sentence because it sounded like I'm gonna fuck you.
I was real worried.
If that thing cut at that moment,
why stop when I'm gonna fuck you?
Edit.
We're gonna edit that shit.
Oh, I got you. I'm gonna edit it out.
You.
I got you.
And J.A.P.A.N. J.A.P.A.N like
I can edit it in.
Yeah, J.A.P.A.N be like, you gonna fuck who? Shit. Click clack, nigga.
No, man. That nigga said, "Oh wow."
Nigga don't want nothing touching his back. Nigga be like,
nothing.
Got you, baby.
Straight up, I got good posture. The Canadian, this thing is standing up. You talking about me?
High energy, man. You get that blood flowing, man. That's good for your health.
Like DMX, he was the only one on the 106.
He the only one that's in the booth, like waiting. Turn me up in the headphones, like
because he was on crack and niggas on meth. That's why.
DMX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. On the 106.
Coked out of his mind.
106 in Park, the Breakfast Club. He was the only one standing in the Breakfast Club interviews.
Damn right, man. He had a lot on his mind.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
All right, y'all.
It's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you for listening, everybody. Till next time.
Bacchanal Podcast, y'all. Peace.